Welcome to HeadKlap Radio. I'm your host, DenverzDojamain.
This is Sic Macky.
We got Nutty Knocks in the house, Cooking Nation represented.
We got Nutty Knocks in the building. We got Bobby Tek. We got we got Ryhno Buddz, and we got a damn good show on the hand for y'all. So we want all y'all to tune in. My name is DenverzDojamain, okay? East Denver, okay? I started in the East Villages, you know what I'm saying? My mom and dad, well, I was born. Okay, from the East Villages, migrated all the way up through the East Side, you know what I'm saying? 35th and Gilpin. After I left 37 in Jackson, I ended up on 33rd in Jasmine. Yeah, Park Hill, you know what I'm saying? In the heart of it all. In that time, I found my one true love, which is music, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to spread music to the world, but not just any music. We repping for Denver music.
What up, y'all, whoever's watching? If you watching, appreciate y'all. It's Nutty Knocks, Cooking Nation representing, you know, the Colorado Soldado holding it down. Yeah.
There was Doja too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Doja, man.
That was Doja. That's his
HeadKlap
song.
Radio. It's your boy DenverzDojamain, and I'm chilling in the building with the man himself,
Sic Macky.
We in the building today, you know what I'm saying? We got some of the dopest artists in the Mile High City. We're gonna start clockwise. So up top at 12 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? We got a young beast out of Northside Denver that go by the name Evolve. What's good, Evolve?
What's good? What's good?
And next to Evolve, you know what I'm saying? We got none other than Ryhno Buddz. What's good, Ryhno?
Yeah, what's going down? It's your boy Ryhno from the north. Doing our thing. What's going down?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's move along. Move it along. Who I got to my left, you guys is right, is none other than the man himself, Nutty Knocks. What's going on, Nutty Knocks?
What's up, y'all? Nutty Knocks.
Last but not least, somebody who's been putting in work in the city of Denver with this rap thing for over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? He's a veteran with this music. And we got none other than Bobby Tek.
Yeah. What's good? Bobby Tek. Hard-headed.
420.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Happy 420 to everybody.
Yeah.
Man, just sticking to the business, man. Keeping everything coming. Staying booked, you know. Getting ready for this weekend. Got this big show Saturday.
Me and Nutty Knocks just laced the banger on Monday.
About to be cracking. We've been in the studio planning, just getting everything ready. Got merchandise coming, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, y'all got merch too?
Working on it. Definitely got some stuff getting pressed up.
So what?
We got some merch too.
Bobby Tek, man, what's so important about merch for a rap artist, man? Why is it important to have merch?
Merch is you sell yourself, sell your product.
Push your brand.
Know what you got, what you have
It's
for sale.
brand.
So when did it become? Because if you think about it, man, back in the 90s, man, if you had a slapping song, that's all you needed. You didn't need like a shirt and a chain, like a Tupac shirt.
It's dope.
You know, even though he had merch, so maybe, you know, I might not be. I guess that's a question for myself as well. But it feels like with this new day and age, you know what I mean, it's important to do more than just music as a music artist, man.
Yeah, you gotta do a lot of stuff, man.
Right, and harp on some of that, Ryhno Buddz. What's some of the stuff that comes along with being a rapper, man?
Staying moving, constantly trying to be booked with everything you can do. If you don't sell tickets, you gotta find a way to make money. This is your craft. If this is what you love to do, you gotta find a way to profit from it. You know what I mean? A lot of artists don't like to sell tickets, so with that, they want to be paid. And if they don't have that platform to get paid, there's other ways to make money and not just asking, hey, pay me to be here. Like, you can set up a merchandise table and sell all your stuff and make just as much money doing that as the show made itself. You know what I mean? So merchandise is important.
Right, you want to always make that return on your
Yeah.
investments, you know, because it costs to go in the studio these days.
Everything costs,
It's
man.
expensive to be a rapper, man. To keep a rap career going, man, you got to be able to have
need
that
sponsors.
bread, man. You got to have
Sponsors.
detox. You said some sponsors, Evolve?
That's what you need. 303 Print House, Mile High Jewelers. Shout out.
Okay. So you working on a whole new level then. You talking about sponsorship. So
Yeah.
does it take a lot to get sponsorship for some of these up and coming local young cats that's trying to get sponsorship? Is it
You got a
hard?
network. Just keep your shit consistent.
Stay humble. Find
Keep it
people who
real.
believe in you as well. You know, if you don't have people who believe in you, then, you know, it's hard to get that.
And you gotta stay real though. You can't be talking about whipping up shit in the kitchen and you're fucking sitting at home playing games and shit. You can't be. You gotta be in them lanes, in them streets. You can't just be make believe shit. That's why people that want to get in it, they don't last because they're not real and nobody feels your shit.
It's also where the merch comes in. Really
Exactly.
important. It's
Name
for
branding.
sponsorships and all
Yeah.
that. When people see people wearing your shirts, that's when they know they got something they can look forward to.
Starting your own clothing line is
Yeah.
just as good. You know what I mean? You can start your own clothing line to where nobody has your gear and they want your gear, and then you press that up and get that going to where next you know everybody wants your gear, and then you sell it worldwide versus just in state. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you know, I had a couple artists come through with some dope clothing lines and stuff. You guys got some of y'all's clothing line here today? Are we wearing any yet? I see a crooked hat.
We got one of our older shirts
right here, Crooked Nation.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the crooks rocking with us, you know what I'm saying?
Crooked Nation, you know, we got it.
To the crooks.
You know, that's our older gear that we had there. So, you know, we got some new stuff coming in the works.
Yo, we definitely got some new ideas coming out and some new.
So now it's important
patterns.
to have a mixtape and a new line of shirts to drop. You know what I'm saying? You can't just simply drop the mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
No, you gotta have it all, man.
That's what's up. So,
Giving out joints with my mixtape.
So I want to ask some serious questions, man. So you guys are from the streets, I take it, you know what I'm saying, based on the lyrics and the content of the music, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I was watching an episode of Gangland. Was it Gangland? And I seen North Denver.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was an episode about North Denver on Gangland, man, and it shook up the whole room because
We don't like Gangland because that's the cops.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm saying, for the people who aren't familiar with the streets of the Nutty North, man, Evolve, man, take us through what was it like growing up on the north side of Denver, man?
Just a lot of people that were friends, and then when you get older, everybody just beef with each other. People dead, people locked up. You know, I could count maybe not even on my two hands of who I still kick it with from back in the day. You know, the circle just changed. I mean, family stays with you, but you know, and you just gotta stay real in them streets. And,
You're always gonna have some solid ones, you know.
and pick who's real though. You know, because you ride them with the wrong people, it's just gonna get you caught up. You know, you gotta be real about you.
And there's a lot of solid ones in the north, so.
Oh yeah,
You know.
man, the north is definitely a solid place. So
That's why Gangland tried to glorify it to where it was.
it was commercial. Let's
Yeah.
keep it real.
Yeah, it was
commercial.
one-sided.
But however, it was still representation of the city in some way.
But they just
Yeah.
try to make it look like somebody's snitching about the North.
Yeah,
They're just
it
trying
was
to say
horrible.
too much.
It was
Yeah,
horrible.
just
And
a lot.
I know that it got a lot of backlash from not only cats from the north, but from Denver cats too. You know
I was
what I'm
in
saying?
some
It's
of them
always
pictures.
gonna be
I was
there,
in some
you
of
know.
them
We was all
pictures.
offended how they portrayed us on TV, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's our duty to right that wrong and show the city what we got going. And Bobby Tek, you know what I'm saying? I seen a video you got on YouTube with the helicopter view coming in, man. That's a pretty dope idea. What goes into that creative thinking, man?
What is that? The new one, the Still Bang?
Yeah, the steel bang. We're gonna play it in a minute.
We had that. That was the what do you call that? The drone. The drone. And I just wanted, you know what I mean? Videos. You know what I mean? Videos are, you gotta start stepping it up.
That video is off the chain, though.
Same old thing.
So wait a minute. You shot your music video with a drone.
Yeah. Well, we have more than one camera. We had drone footage. We had somebody on the ground doing footage as well.
It just so happened the cops walked up on us when we were doing the video. So a lot of that, it was real. It was real authentic, for real. They were just seeing what was up. All of us on one spot. They wanted to know.
Well, we shot that video right in the backyard and in the alley of where a lot of our brothers and a lot of our north side, you know, carnals all grew up on.
And they took it down.
Real families grew up there, you know what I mean, for about like 4 or 5 generations already. So
Nutty
definitely like
Knocks,
that
man,
alley mattered.
How important is it to you to represent the north side in your music?
I mean, I just represent the north, period. You know, I don't want to just represent the north side. I represent the whole nation. You know, hopefully I got people listening in north side from Cali, people in Utah, people from all over, you know what I mean? But I represent North Denver because that's what I call home. That's what I love, you know? But I grew up all over Colorado, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't just stationed only in the north. I grew up in the east side. I grew up in Aurora. I grew up, you know, I was in foster homes. So I moved around a lot. You know what I mean? So, but I just fell in love with the north. That's where it was at. My brothers were there, and that's who I rode with.
So they're coming up in foster care. Do you think today, would you say that has any effect on your music?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in my album for sure, I'm gonna put a lot of realism in my music. You know what I mean? Definitely. I don't think I've had a chance to express a lot of stuff like that yet, you know, but because I'm just finding myself as an artist. But I think I got a lot to say for sure. I've been through a lot, you know, so I'm gonna put it towards my music. You know what I mean? For sure.
Absolutely, man. So you guys, I seen you when I first met you guys. Y'all were all performing at the same venue, and it just looked to me like there was just unity. I know not everybody is from the same label and represents the same necessary music group.
Hey.
However, man, on a outside looking in, it just looks like there's a lot of unity.
That's what it is, really. You know, if it wasn't for Bobby Tek, I wouldn't even know anybody at this table. You know, so he paved the way as far as the music game for me. You know, and I was able to take that and take it and make it a lot more than what it is, and I've been supported the whole time from all my bros from the north. You know what I mean? I get a lot of love. You know what I mean?
It's important to have
We got
that.
some high heat coming though. You know, we got some talent for real. Shout out Trap Bundle. Shout out a few other artists who weren't able to make it. You know what I mean? Who are actually putting the north on the map with us.
Omar
You know what I mean?
Gorilla.
Like, straight
So-
up, you know what I mean? Richie Rich. There's a bunch of artists out here from the North Denver area who've been doing it, making some noise. So shout out to all them too, though, for sure.
And we're just happy to be a part of the wave that the north music is going right now. You know,
It
what I
is
mean?
about unity, though, for real. It's
Yeah.
about, you know, all of us backing each other. We're all entrepreneurs trying to eat. We're trying to pay our bills from this music, you know what I mean? And now that
Real
we
talk.
finally are, we just want to make sure that we're all, you know, on the same page and all respecting each other, all, you know what I mean, backing each other's plays, backing each other's moves, collabing in the booth together, you know what I mean? Shout out to the booths that we work with, too.
Real
Shout out to
shit.
the lab, you know what I mean? That's where I be at. That's where I cook.
Absolutely, man. I'm just making sure all my live viewers are getting this interview. I'm pretty sure I got some people I need to add into the live feed, man. We rocking in the building, you know what I'm saying? It's HeadKlap Radio. We got Nutty Knocks, Bobby Tek, Evolve, Ryhno Buddz in the building. And if you ain't tuned in, you missing a real good game. You know what I'm saying? These fellas is out here working hard in the booth with the merch to get Denver on the map, y'all. And I think they need all support they can get. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely find them as family now at HeadKlap Radio. So we want to definitely do whatever we can to push the members of this great conglomerate that I see sitting in front of me, man. So
Yeah.
you guys grew up in a pretty ethnic culture. I've driven through the north side of Denver, man. I've seen the murals on the walls.
Hell yeah.
It's changed.
It's a pretty
changed.
place.
It's
It's
still
a-
culture, though, you know.
Yeah,
It's definitely
it's
changed. The
changed.
gentrification done changed our hood up.
Oh, that's worldwide. That's,
You know
that's
what I mean?
nationwide.
But we got to move with the times, so we just got to keep teaching our youth the culture, you know, keep pushing our raza, let them know that it ain't going nowhere, you know what I mean?
How important is it, and this question is for you, Bobby Tek, how important is it that you give the game to the guys under you coming up, you know what I'm saying? Because you've been doing this for a while,
Right.
and you've had your stumbles, you still haven't quite cracked the charts like I think you deserve, but with the young guys coming up, I mean, the mistakes that you made and the lessons you learned, what's the advice that you would give them?
Man, you got to give it to them. You can't do this forever. You know what I mean? Talent goes, you know, a long way. You know what I mean? You got to be able to enable. You know what I mean? Your people and you know what I mean, followers, and you know what I mean, and let everybody get a piece of it. You know what I mean? Let it spread through everybody. You know what I mean? You know, everybody. So much talent. You know what I mean? Out there that's you know, needs to just be let out. You know what I mean? You can't just try to push everybody down and just hold it all for yourself. You know what I mean? You get in there, do your thing. You know what I mean? Give it a shot. Give it what you got. Do what you do. You know what I mean?
And have you seen progress as far as how people are networking based on that message? Are you seeing progress in the networking department?
In our pretty much circle and group and genre, I guess you would say, massive. So many people that came together and clicked together, and you know what I mean. My brothers here, you know what I mean. Cricket Nation been going hard. Evolve been going hard for. I met Evolve.
We've been
years.
We've known
years
each other
ago.
like 10 years ago, like 2005.
Me too.
We were doing shows. We were doing
I
shows.
probably did a show with you, bro. You probably just don't remember. I've been doing shows with Bobby Tek. I've been going to the Mousetrap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's a chance.
Shout out to Brian at the Mousetrap.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Brian at the Mousetrap. I
saying?
gotta-
I was with Platinum Life Productions back. I don't
Who
know
was
if you
the
remember.
cat with the dreads y'all used to be with back in the day? And he used to be with Lil Heat.
Little Heat with the dreads.
Shade Tree?
No, he used to be with Lil Heat.
No,
Little
what?
Heat. Well, Shade Tree. There was Shade
Was
Tree.
it Killer's homie? What was his name? The
Uh,
one with the dreads that would come through, and he was like more liver.
Yeah.
Shout out to Killer the Hot Dog.
Okay, so I got a question for
Shout
you,
out to
Bob.
Lil Heat.
Do you remember Broussard's?
Broussard's, yeah, right across from the Capitol.
You remember?
No.
Okay, well that answers our question because
No.
I know you were with him back in the day, but as far as me and you crossing paths, unless you was at Broussard's or where else was you at? Cervantes.
Hood, Broussard's was hood.
Man, I
I
remember
was
Looney
like,
Coleon came to Broussard's.
Yeah.
Everybody
Hey,
here
shout out to
Broussard,
Looney
bro.
Coleon. We just did a song with Looney Coleon. I'll have to send that to you so you can have it.
Well, the fans want to hear it, man, and you know we do.
It's got some cussing in it. You know, it's got the homie Cadman from also
Sacramento,
from
you know what I mean? Black life
Sacramento.
representing.
It's got some cussing in it. You know, Looney, that fool.
Oh yeah. Well, we ain't gonna play that, but we don't want to play no Looney because we want to play some
Not yet.
Yeah.
Nutty Knocks.
No, but you want to hear it later. You know what I mean?
I'm on there too.
Yeah, he's on there too.
Is he? Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
We want to also hear some Bobby Tek. And Sick, I know you over there itching to ask some questions, but we want to also hear from Evolve and Ryhno Buddz.
Yeah.
So we gonna play some music. Sick, man. You look like you really got something on your mind, man.
I'm good for a minute.
You guys, that's my rock and roll insider, Sic Macky. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the red contacts in today.
No.
Hey, tell him what happened with the red contacts, by the way.
Man, I left them in all night, dude. The next day I woke up, went to work, had them in, freaked out everybody I worked with. You know what I mean? Like, none of them even really speak English. I'm like literally the only white guy on the whole crew. And freaked them out. They thought I was the devil and everything. So I was like, man, I got to take this shit out. So I go home, man, right after work and scratched my eye, dude. Nose running, eye watering for like 3 days over that. So yeah, I ain't putting them in for a while.
Yeah, you gotta watch those contacts.
Yeah, I ain't doing that one again.
So without further ado, man, we're gonna kick off the first song. This one's by Ryhno Buddz. Well, I'm gonna say this, Ryhno. I'm in Spotify right now,
Okay.
and so I mean, you can introduce the song you want me to play.
Well, if you're on Spotify, which one are you choosing? I sent one to your email that was edited, but if you want to play one from Spotify, that's cool too. We got one with Mozzie.
Is that song on? Oh, you got one, man. We're gonna play the one. Which one you want me to play, man?
Play the one with Mozzie.
Any of
You
them.
done,
I'm confident with
slow.
any song you play.
What's the song called?
It's for sale.
Hood approved.
Hood
All right, man,
approved.
go ahead and introduce Hood
Amazon.
Approved to the fans.
All right, it's your boy Ryhno Buddz, and you're about to listen to Hood Approved on HeadKlap Radio with DenverzDojamain, featuring Mozzie, Nutty Knocks, and your boy Ryhno Buddz. Check this out.
Oh,
I know in my books it's like one cuss word.
We're bringing that gangster music back to Denver, though. Huh?
You know how I rock, chops, stick going up. I
Gotta pull it up, huh?
pink Nixon on a black man.
Start with it, we all watch it, man. Not that deal, you know what it is.
I tighten up my circle at the homie snitch. You should do the same. Half of the homie snitches. I don't do that French shit. I just do the business. You don't wanna hear excuses. Either got it or you didn't. Little mama in the kitchen. She know how to cook. Getting crowned up for a day. She know how to look. When I was sitting down, homie, you was reading books. I was on the board like I needed on my knees.
Did it cover already? I don't think so.
Might have.
Mozzie's popping right now, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mozzie, member.
Ain't no telling what these suckers do, homie. I ain't heard you, you really with the murder moves. Either you got it or you didn't. Free my homie, never scared, he's been on lock for a minute. Ain't no telling what these suckers do, homie. I ain't heard you, you really with the murder moves. Either you got it or you didn't. Free my homie, never scared, he's been on lock for a minute. Bustin' on a railroad player, now why you doing that? That's how you get your noodle wax, scratch out like a doodle. Was you big mad or little mad? That jealousy's a bitch. That's why I keep them zombie dropping hollow tips in the stick. Really script with my click, power the house like Excel. Give them hell, but don't ever give away clientele. You never know when you gotta hit the town and move around. Baskin Robbins in the CO, 32 flavors of the loud. Fuck a whack wood, two shit, I'd rather split a Philly. Change your green dream top with peanut butter and jelly. And I'm fucking this shit up for for my locked up felons. Going hard on the yard, never telling, pure rebelling. And shout out to them homeboys with them plastic and chrome toys. Letting off first, cause we ain't trying to lose all the shit. I got stuck in my neck twice. Had me like fuck life. Learned my lesson though, and now I can't leave home without my steel smiting. Move, ain't no telling what these suckers do. Homie, I ain't heard of you, you really with the murder moves. Either you got it or you did. Remo homie never scared, he's been on lock for a minute. Ain't no telling what these suckers do. Homie, I ain't heard of you, you really with the murder moves. Either you got it or you did. Remo homie never scared, he's been on lock for a minute. Load up, if they don't know us, they ain't walking past us, acting tough like they ain't about to show up and blow up and light up they whole spot. Trigger finger itching and I'm high to peel off they top. Look around the room and they not ready for war. Being ready, so you got my circle ready and we steady with the Glock. Got them hands too, but we stay heavy with the shots. Boy, there ain't no snitching from my position. Only chasing opposition and the money that we get. Cutting up ice in the kitchen, all nice with it. You can find me in my place of business. From rags to riches, that's how I had to get it. You can find me in the hood, collar shirts and my Gucci lenses. We getting money now. And it ain't for serving fiending bitches. Go to prove, ain't no telling what the suckers do. Homie, I ain't heard of you, you really with the murder moves. Either you got it or you didn't. Remo homie never scared, he's been on lock for a man. For the prove, ain't no telling what the suckers do. Homie, I ain't heard of you, you really with the murder moves. Either you got it or you didn't. Remo homie never scared, he's been on lock for a man.
Yeah.
For sale right now.
Yeah, man. That was a dope track by Ryhno Buddz, Mozzie, and Nutty Knocks, man. Hood approved. Hey, that's a dope track, bro. Man.
Yep.
That's that real Colorado.
For sale on iTunes right now.
Oh, yeah?
All digital outlets, so you can purchase that right now.
All right, y'all heard that, man. Y'all
If you're rocking with us, pick that up, you know what I'm saying? Show me some confirmation, that's what's up.
That's what's up, man. So look, man, y'all got a nice amount of viewers right now, man. We in the building live. It's Head-Klap Radio. It's Thursday, you know what I'm saying? It's 420.
Yeah.
We got 420 coming up, y'all, you know what I'm saying? So
shout out to all the boys rocking that little flip concert tonight. Science Carter.
Yeah.
Shout
Trap
out.
bundles.
Yeah, shout out to Science Carter, y'all.
So y'all got a show
Got
tomorrow.
some bangers
Y'all got a
coming.
show Saturday.
We got a couple shows this month, man. We got one on Saturday, and then we got one on the 25th. So,
well, let the fans know about y'all's next show, Buddz.
Well, all right. Our next show is our Bobby Tek's 4th album release party. That's coming. We got Big Tone coming down, Chente Corleone, Yanko G, Conspiracy, my bro, a bunch of dope artists. Denver Evolves getting down, R Crooks. It's gonna be a dope show, man.
Crooked Chucky,
everybody all over the place.
Catman,
You know?
Nutty Knocks, you know what it is.
It's over at 3 Agaves at
Crime Love
4700 Kipling Street in Wheat Ridge, Colorado on Saturday. So make sure you come out and fuck with us.
Hey, man.
Get that hard copy,
y'all got
Bobby
me.
Tek.
Y'all been promoing that so well. Y'all got me wanting to go, man.
Man, pull up on us. We got you. I'll buy you a drink.
Anytime.
I'll buy you another one.
My mom's birthday is on 420, man.
Bring her.
Oh,
Then my auntie
Bring
birthday
her.
is 421.
Bring them both.
They having a birthday party on the night of y'all show. So I might end up having to, you know what I'm saying, finesse out of there. Like,
We're
hey,
looking for an after party spot, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Uber
Hey, man,
everywhere.
we get it lit, bro. We get it lit.
Yeah, Uber
It don't
everywhere.
matter. So how important is it to have all this going on right now? This week, per se.
Man, it's just, I mean, every time 420 comes around, it seems like we always seem to be doing something. It's just
Every
smart
year.
to stay busy during this time of the year. There's so many famous people in town right now. There's so many people that you could collab with and get features from, and just, you know what I mean? If you're in the right places at the right time, who knows what can happen.
And
Hey,
they
Nutty
want
Knocks, man. Spell your how you spell your name on Spotify, bro?
NUTTYKNOCKZ.
and everybody want to mess with Denver right now.
Yep, real talk.
Everyone.
Denver's the new Amsterdam.
So elaborate on
Shout
that.
out to Johnny Denver.
Evolve. So why everybody want to mess with Denver, man?
420.
Y'all heard it, man.
Got
They're
that
saying-
gas.
What'd they say? Lil Wayne and who's free? Nothing.
Performing
Is it?
downtown.
I think
Yeah.
I just seen Lil Wayne and
Lil
some other
Wayne
people.
and,
Lil Jon, maybe?
What's that?
Yeah,
Lil
Lil
Jon,
Jon's
yeah.
DJing.
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon, yeah, he's DJing.
Yeah.
At Dorchester, too, no?
I think so during the day. I don't know.
Is that yours? That Yak of all trades?
That's tight. No, I'm on that song though. That's trying to think what that song's called. Head-Klap. I'm pretty sure with Mick D. Shout out to Mick D. at
Yeah,
Interstate
Mick D.
Ike.
Interstate
Yeah,
Ike.
yeah. So I'm just I'm on a bunch of features on Spotify right now. My album and my mixtape and stuff is about to be dropping. So I'm on a bunch of a gang of features.
How important is them features, man? Let the people know. Let the people know how important it is to get features.
I mean, it's crucial. You got to build a fan base. I'm trying to touch ears in every different state, so I'm trying to work with artists from all different towns, all different states. You know what I mean? If I realize that they got a good sound and they like my sound, then we should be making music together. You know what I mean? That's just the way I look at it. Like, I'm trying to build fans, you know? So straight up, the numbers has been growing because I've been collabing, hopping on songs with everybody, you know, having them hop on our songs. And we just been,
and it's nice when everybody wants to fuck with you. I mean, you know, they want to be on your songs. You know what I mean? So a lot of people hit up Nutty personally.
For sure, yeah. I'm spitting some fire. I'm always giving you that what you asking for.
I'm hearing it, man. And you know, it's definitely, you guys kind of got that real commune feel, kind of like them Atlanta rappers, man, where them guys, they collab, bro. And look who's on top right now. So I think you guys definitely got the right thing going, and we just gotta, the fans, you know, we gotta help these guys get, you know what I'm saying, the notoriety that they deserve, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we try to stay versatile too, you know, with our music. We make a lot of different type of music. You just heard a real raw street song, you know, but we have other stuff too that we're trying to make it more, you know, commercialized.
Shout out to Sherelle.
You got to, because you know, we're gonna bring the college scene into this thing.
Exactly.
You know? In fact, you're actually essentially you're on stage in front of the college scene right now. You know.
Right.
They all. If you ain't been tuned in, you're missing a good game. It's www.mynetmedia.com. MYNETMEDIA.com. It's your boy DenverzDojamain. I'm in the building with who?
Sic Macky.
And this is HeadKlap Radio. So we're going to look and get into some more questions, y'all. We got mad questions the fans need to know about the gentleman in front of me. And we also want to get into some music news, man. We want to find out some smut, man. How you think it'd feel if you had TMZ, like, hunting you down every time you left the house with your kids going grocery shopping, man? How would that feel, man?
Pretty damn good, I'd say.
Well, Kanye West, you know what I'm saying, he happened to get into it with TMZ today. I'm gonna play the video so we can.
She's real sentimental.
Yeah, Kanye West, you know, he stays in trouble in the media. But here's the TMZ video right here. I'm about to play it.
You need to get grounded. I write pretty much all day.
Of course, we got a 5-second
That's
ad.
commercial.
Oh, no.
You're really playing
the
commercial.
ad itself is like a menu. Okay, here we go.
Kanye, how you doing? What up, Kanye? How you guys doing? You guys, that new album about to drop or what? You give Charlamagne a listen? Okay, you didn't say anything about how Chloe's doing? You heard a little something. How was it, Charlamagne? Was it good?
Shout out to my barber, though.
So basically, you know what I'm saying, Charlamagne the God and Kanye West, you know what I'm saying, they coming out the shore shopping with bags, you know what I'm saying, and TMZ hiding in the bushes, man. So, I mean, have you guys considered that when that starts happening to y'all? What are y'all going to do? Y'all already come from a neighborhood where...
That sounded like an invasion of privacy, so, you know what I mean?
He brings it on himself, though.
That's different,
What
you
you
know?
mean he brings it on himself? Man, elaborate.
But I think he's just like, I don't know, he's just super loud, bro. He's super extra with everything. So, of course, every media outlet wants to catch the next loud thing.
So, I mean, as you see, he ain't the only one. You know, in fact, we had... one of our shows, we were discussing how these rappers today are kind of being a little too flamboyant. So when you see that, you know, what does that make you think? I gotta be flamboyant. Not you per se. I'm just saying.
I grew up listening to Spice One, you know what I mean? So
Spice One.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I really like shit like that. So all the flamboyant stuff like that is just, you know, it's not really my style.
It's weird.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think that that's what's required now?
Nah.
I mean, look at who's topping the charts.
I think like Nipsey Hussle's up there still, a lot of real street people.
Nipsey gonna be out here at the Ogden soon.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah,
we gonna be there.
We got Young Dolph at the Gothic
Those
tonight.
guys.
The homies is there tonight. The homies is there tonight holding
Tell
down
the
for
homies to
Cooking
holler at
Nation.
me, man. I've been trying to get tickets all night.
Man, the homies performing. Doozy Doo. Shout out to Doozy Doo.
Call up Doozy Doo. Hit him up. Tell him that he got 2 for 2.
Man, that man probably busy.
I'll give him 2 for 2.
For real.
to see Young Dolph, man.
Yeah, real shit. But I like Young Dolph.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
that's what's up. So you like that gangster, that trap music?
Mm-hmm.
I just like all kinds of music. You know, it just got to be
It
good
really
music.
depends.
You got some rappers who don't listen to other industry rappers because it kind of influences their music, so they don't want kind of like the coffee to spill over in their cup. How do you feel about that?
I like industry rappers because they show a different side of creativity that got them there, like Lil Dicky. Like that was a genius.
And
I think Young Dolph is a boss,
I
though.
seen you just use that thick ass YNB in the mirror. You gotta slap her with that beat. How, you know what I'm saying? And so do you?
Oh shit! Hit the chord.
Oh, shit. I'm not leaning down there.
Technical difficulty.
My bad.
We back.
So you got the YNB in the mirror, you know what I'm saying, slapper. And it's important to have a slapper on a slapper. So do you feel like by listening to like the YNB in the mirrors and stuff, it could kind of spill over into your rap style? Or do you think that might help your career?
I think you just got to stay consistent with what's ever out there. You know, any type of thing, I'm trying to come with the most newest, freshest, up to date. With whoever's popping right now, I'm trying to wreck their beat the same and try to compete with or make it better. Or, you know, you got to come better, or you got to at least compete with what they got, but stay versatile and keep consistent, though. That's why I keep dropping these little videos all this, because I'm bored and I love music and I keep doing it. But now...
Go viral.
But now I'm messing with, you know, the crooks and, you know, shout out Symes Carter, but I'm taking my stuff serious now, and it's going to go
So
somewhere.
Tech, when you were coming up in the game, man, there wasn't all this Facebook, social media hype. You know what I'm saying? You either had
Shout out
MySpace.
MySpace,
Right. You know what I'm saying? MySpace, and you was on there trying to pull a female. You wasn't on there trying to promote music. So how is it now where you got to actually use this social media to push your music? Is that helping you, or do you feel like that hinders some of the?
I mean, it helps to you know what I mean, get in contact and be able to you know what I mean, get a hold of different people and collaborate with different people. You know, a platform for that. You know, to get it out there. You know, I mean, it's a platter. You know, to put your stuff out there, and it just depends on, you know what I mean, who all follows it. You know what I mean. A lot of people will look past links and, you know what I mean, and if it's not appealing to them, they'll go right past it. You know what I mean.
Right.
So it's pretty much everything you put into everything, you know, all your graphics, you know what I mean, your sound. I mean, the graphics are gonna pull them in right away. You know, if they were scrolling down, they see something that, you know, that's appealing to the eye. You know what I mean? They might stop and click on it. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's a lot more help. You know what I mean? Than being out there. Does
it challenge you as a creator to have to say, okay, let me get my graphics down packed now. Let me get my, you know what I'm saying, my visuals down packed now, because now I want to, you know, make sure that they catch it.
Yeah, I mean, everything you do, I think it's like everything you do. What you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it. You know, if you're gonna go spend $10 on getting a flyer made, and you know what I mean, and someone just copy and paste it together, you know, it's gonna show, and it'll probably, the music behind it will probably go with it. You know, so
absolutely,
it's just everywhere
Invested
you go.
in your career.
Have to get y'all some background music, man.
Right.
Is that music too loud back there?
No.
Nah.
Y'all good? Cool, man. It's your boy DenverzDojamain. I'm in the building right now with Nutty Knocks, Bobby Tek, Evolve, Ryhno Buddz. You know what I'm saying? They represent Northside Denver. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a Denver affair. Mile High City stand up. It's 420. I hope all y'all are feeling good out there, Denver. You know what I'm saying? We live on Facebook. I hope everybody got the popcorn and they watching the live feed, because you know what I'm saying? We doing something different in Denver. We bringing out our local acts.
Yeah.
It's all about the locals, am I right?
Shout out to Head-Klap Radio for that.
Some good ones out here, man.
What's the competition like out here, y'all?
Man, I mean, there's definitely a lot of dope talent in Colorado. I mean, you know what I mean? For me to sit here and try to say there's none, oh, definitely. Let's see, I fuck with SLP Music Group, you know what I mean? So shout out to Money G, shout out to
J Key.
You know what I mean? Yeah, J Key definitely killing it, you know what I'm saying? Shit, shout out to man, there's just so many artists out here who are doing their thing. I'm having a...
As far as competing, though, we don't never look at it as that, because we look at ourselves as a higher level. So as far as competition, we don't see any. You know what I mean? But, you know. But at the same time, we got a lot of respect for a lot of rappers.
We get down to go bar for bar, or we down to just collab. We, you know what I mean? We all
Speaking
honestly
of bar for bar, I hope y'all brought y'all bars for bars.
But it's simple as show love,
At the end
get
of the
love.
show, we definitely want to give the fans some bars.
It's show love, get love. They got to remember that too. People want to step in when it's the fame going and stuff's popping. Hey, throw me on a show. What? And then all of a sudden you got haters that you've been growing up with not liking your stuff just because they're not popping. It's like, come on, put in that footwork too, and then stuff will start.
The way I see it is, I'm trying to overlook the haters and just trying to work with the ones who are trying to do the same thing. You know what I mean? If they have a fan base already, I know I got a fan base. So if they want my fans to bump them and they make good music, if we collab, that's how it's going to happen.
Exactly. And it's business at the same day too. You know what I mean? So
branching.
So y'all charging for features? Or
oh yeah,
definitely. We charge for features
for everything. You know, show slots. You know, we always make there a way for the artist to make money. So we never ask someone to perform for us and then they don't have some sort of way to make something back.
But I'm also down to negotiate with anybody's, you know what I mean, situation. I understand that ain't nobody out here balling like that. You feel me? Like if they're not on that platform yet and they, you know, they got something to offer though, I respect that much more than them just coming and asking for something for free. You know,
so we do free features too.
Can't help you if you ain't gonna help yourself.
Exactly.
I mean, I've done it though. Don't get me wrong, because that's how I built my following. That's how I built a fan base. That's how, you know, for the first 3 or 4 years, I didn't charge anybody anything. I was just trying to gas anything I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you.
Just the way it is.
Go free for a while, Doja.
What's up, Sic?
I was telling you, go free for a while.
But that was my technique, and it worked for me.
Just pull people in your songs.
Yeah, real
That's
shit.
how you do it.
Nah, man, like the rock game.
That's real.
Hey, Sic, man, let them know how the rock game is so similar to the rap game.
Yeah,
as far as
it's pretty much all the same, except for, you know, you got collaborations, but rock, as far as rock and roll goes, we'll have 3 or 4 different bands. You know what I mean? Because our idea is, if I'm in 3 different bands, I can play 3 different nights a week.
Yep, and that's the same the way we look at it too.
And
that's
the
one
same
band
way,
right
except
there,
for
and that's
collab's
one
just a
band.
song. We got a band, dude.
Yeah.
That's songs upon songs, and it's every week like that. You know what I mean? If we can get Herman's for 1 night a week, and then I'm in a different band, and I can set you. You know what I mean? Like it just goes on. So we're on a different level, but it's also more people.
Are they paid
It's also more sound. Where Herman's?
Like
no, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they play for gigs. For money, of course.
That's dope.
And then, you know, I mean, you got a lot of places you just need the exposure. You know?
Exactly. Real shit.
And that's where you want to play free at. That's where you want the exposure.
Like Lost Lakes, like that.
Yeah,
I've been to a few
definitely.
shows that were pretty packed, actually, popping. Free shows, though.
And that's the big difference, man. There's so many in the metal side of it that support each other. Like there'll be 5 different bands watching this one band not even playing that night. You know, I mean, there's a lot of support. You know, I don't really see that so much in the rap side.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like where's that at?
Unless it's your
I get
cousins,
north side
brothers.
support north side, east side supports east side, but where's the unity with the sides?
No talk.
You know what I mean? Like where's that at?
We try to show as much, like that's why they mention like guys like J Key, and you know we definitely mention a lot of people who we mess with outside of our north. You know what I mean? But real shit, you have to mess with everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta go mob deep.
I'm not turning anybody down if they're coming with it like that. You know what I mean? Whether they're from, you know, the north, east, west. You know.
Would you tell your homeboy his music was trash if you thought it was, or you kind of just like you're doing it, you're waving?
I would never tell him it's trash. I would tell because I'm more on a level of inspiring. You know what I mean? So if I didn't like something that he was spitting, I would try my hardest to talk him into doing something different. Whether it was me to talk him into writing it or anything. You know, like there's been
I'm pretty
times,
honest with it though. When it comes down to it, like I'm pretty honest. Like, look, I think you should rewrite. I think you need to come at that again. You know, I think we need to think of a better game plan, a better scheme. You know, this beat's too hard for what we got on this. You know, there's been times we've literally scratched the whole song because we put our heads together and didn't like what we had and had to start fresh.
As long as you stay positive, no matter what, the person will come back and try to make something better. Not every song's gonna be a hit, you know what I mean? You have to go through some shitty or some bad songs to get to the good songs, you know what I mean? I made all kinds of bad songs before I got to the good songs, you know, and I bet you there's a lot of artists out there that did the same. You know, a lot of material that wasn't the best, and then they started to learn the game a little bit, and they started to progress because they worked at it, you know.
But it's all the way you approach it too. You know, you got to come at people with the positive mindset, and don't come up, it was trash, bro. You come up and say, hey man, I think you could do much better.
Exactly.
I think you could do
Real
much better.
shit. And I've rewrote a lot, you know, in my life, you know.
So why they call you Evolve, man?
So
he's evolving.
So I'm Denver Evolve, aka Merce. So in the streets, north side, I'm Merce. And then whenever I went to shows and had Merce, it would always drama. And then once I switched it to Evolve, then I never had the drama show up on my shows, and it was all about music. So then...
Hold on, wait a minute. You didn't tell me cats would show up at your shows like, yeah, that mother Merce at the show, we gonna get him, we gonna snatch him off the stage.
It was drama everywhere we went. It was
so, man, you got this aura about you, bro, that's just like, Evolve is ready to erupt. Okay? So what drives that engine, Evolve?
I don't know, probably being the middle child. I don't know. Just always being, I don't know, not really solo dolo. You know, I got a 10-month-old brother, or 10-month apart brother that grew up with me, you know, and then about 17 years old, he took to prison for a long time. And I just had to kick it with the homies, and, you know, and then for years and years, and then it was just pretty much solo, you know, you're on your own. From having a brother every day to done, and then it was just the streets and holding it down with the but the music kept me sane though, you know. It always was my positive outlet, anything I could think, like, because I grew up, my best artist is Tribe Called Quest. That's who my album, my Bible, I call is The Beat Rhymes in Life, and that's their album, and that's Phife Dawg, Q-Tip, they're all Farside.
That's a old school right there.
Hip hop etiquette over there.
Farside, Jabber the Damager. I mean, I mess with it. I brought Kim. I mean,
so you like that pure hip hop.
I'm hip hop. I
You
mean,
look like you ready to rip up the stage right now.
I am.
Get him a mic in his hand.
I'm always ready.
So Bobby Tek, man, you like the godfather of the group, man.
Oh, back.
You like the godfather over here, man. You just got that Godfather-esque kind of demeanor, man. Like you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of, you know, you done been through it. You know what I mean? You got a lot of knowledge to give, man. Give the fans some of that game, man. We need it from you, man.
Man, y'all just gotta get with it. You know what I mean? Whatever you're trying to do, it don't matter what it is. You know what I mean? If it's you know, if it's rapping, if it's hustling, if it's, you know what I mean, pulling yourself together, whatever it is, you just gotta get out there and do it. You know what I mean? Do everything you do, whatever you do 100%.
So you got these young rappers coming up, man, and they looking up, they're listening to the music, and they think, okay, Merce in the streets, I could be in the streets. Ryhno Buddz choking them out. I can choke them out. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm not saying you choke nobody out. We're not. He choked no one out. But you know what I mean? If you
I was here the whole time.
You got and Nutty did not help. Try snitching ass. No, look, so you know what I mean? You got these youngsters listening to the music and they want to emulate it, but then boom, trouble comes. Right. You know, do you feel like it's important that you guys tell that side of it too? Yeah. It's glamour to it, and it sounds nice, but the reality is this.
Well, just like you said, emulate it, try understanding it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and not all the music is all about that. You know what I mean? Pretty much all of our music, and you know, speaking for myself, is you know, my life I lived and things I've been through. So it isn't, you know, I wouldn't say any of my music is glorifying any kind of negativity. You know what I mean? It's just the life I lived to get to where I am at today. You know, so you know, every youngster, you know what I mean, is pretty much got their mind made up on what they're gonna do regardless. You know, I have a 16-year-old son. You know, you can't tell him nothing. You know, he's gonna do what he wants to do. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say the message is to, you know, look for trouble, you know, gangbang, do whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? But to, you know, look for what's going to carry you in the long run. You know what I mean? What's gonna prosper for yourself, basically. You know what I mean? Whether it be music, whether it be, you know, a career, whether it be, you know, anything you do. You know what I mean? You know, the streets aren't glamorous. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you look at it, you know, on a music video, any way you look at it, it's not a glamorous life. You know, it's a struggle.
The question,
and everybody's trying to get out of that struggle. You know?
The question I got for each one of y'all is like, how much being in the studios, getting this profession going, becoming a rapper, booking gigs and all that, eased up the crime sprees and the drama and the street life itself.
Probably
I mean, how much has it done for y'all?
Probably saved my life real tough because I was, you know, I was reckless, wilding, doing my thing, putting it down, you know what I mean, trying to stripe up, doing whatever we got to do. That's just the way we came up. But this music definitely gave me something else to want and
to look forward
live
to.
for. Definitely having my family as well, my kids, you know what I mean. That's something that makes me want to push hard, you know what I mean. My kids love that I do music, you know. My kids love that I hit stages. My kids love that I can entertain people and they know my music word for word, you know what I mean. So that's definitely another thing. But I mean, if it wasn't for my music, definitely, who knows where I'd be, you know what I mean. I could probably be right there with a lot of my good homies sitting on them yards, you know, holding it down. And shout out to my boys that are, you know what I mean. Shit, much love to my brothers who are, you know, holding it down. But that's just, I didn't want to go that route, you feel me? Like I was in and out of county too much.
So that's really where the inspiration is people in your neighborhood seeing you crawl up out of there but still staying in it, you know what I mean? Like you look at Redman and Method Man, they still live in the hood. They ain't no Kanye West. That's never going to happen to them. TMC's not going to go in that neighborhood and jump out of a tree. They're not getting that to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see that. So, I mean,
and those
so
are
like
some
10
solid
years from now, if you
individuals.
did make it big, would you think about living somewhere else? Would you want to move on, or would you always keep
period.
living
I mean,
around?
I don't think it's about, you know, but definitely the way I look at it is I seen a video recently of a dude named Rollo, and he said it best. The way for me was, if he reaches that platform and gets that much money and he does that much, why would he want to move out of the hood instead of giving back to his hood? My hood needs the help. I could give back to my hood. I could help the kids. I could try to, you know what I mean, try to do something. If I can open up a school or even just open up some kind of help to kids to write music or poetry, whatever, you know. That's all it took for me. It was somebody to help me out and tell me quit freestyling and wasting your breath and get in the booth, you know what I mean? That's what Bobby Tek told me, you know what I mean? And it really worked, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm out here chasing this dream for real.
Real shit.
So where you gonna take this
different
thing,
paper
man?
chase.
You gonna keep it in? Y'all gonna keep it in Denver? Or y'all got some plans
nah,
of
man.
branching out?
I mean, we got fans all over, bro. Real talk. We definitely do. All of us sitting right here in this circle, we definitely got fans. Even Merz himself is growing fans and fans.
We're
and
actually
fans.
booking a tour for next year too, for like 11 different states.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? And
Hey,
most
you gotta
likely
take that
this
initiative.
Oh, we're
these
doing
guys
it.
right here will
Amplifies.
probably be the ones with it, you know.
But it's so funny when they talk about moving out the hood, because you move out of one and you move into another one. It don't matter if it's
The
a
hood is
rich,
universal.
if it's a rich
The
white
hood is
hood.
worldwide.
It's a different hood. You got this yuppie looking at you because you're dressed like this and you're on the same block as him with a much larger house. Like I just moved to Aurora, another freaking town that I just moved. It's just another hood though, you know. I moved out the north side, went into bought a home. Right. It's just different. It's just so it's another, you know. No matter where you go though, so. When people talk of the hood, and there's hoods everywhere, you know?
Right, and it's all about moving forward anyway. You know what I mean? I mean, you want to have nicer things. You want to progress. You want to get a big house that's gated off in a gated community somewhere, and not just because you're running from the hood. You're trying to build up. I want to have a big house. I want to have
success.
a pool,
Haters.
you know what I mean?
Tupac said it best.
Haters.
Moved up out of the hood. So I ain't real now?
Right.
It's all about progress, man. And so, okay, so here goes. So I'm going to peel a layer off of that. So we say it's all about progress, and we say it's all about making moves. So what is it going to take for the collective music scene to kind of peel back the layer of just doing like the traditional hit the studio, do the club thing, show thing, you know? What is it going to take for us to get on another level of make progress with our professionalism as far as the relationships with like the, I guess you could say A&Rs, but it's whoever's bringing these major acts out here by the boatload, like whoever brought Dolphin, who's bringing Nipsey. What is it going to take for them to actually take us serious?
To recognize Denver.
See, if you look at that show right there alone, that's being held by somebody who's not like a promoter. That's being held by the venue, you know. So like the Roxy does that a lot of times. A lot of places will do that, but there's a lot more money being funded for something like that. You know what I mean? So in order to do
you got to
anything,
make progress with the paper.
Exactly, and all the brands, if there's any good brands out here, they all have to grow. And once all the brands out here start to grow, then people will start to take it serious. But it can't just be one brand of music or one group of artists. It's going to have to be more. because there's more music for people's ears. You know, like
you have to.
Ours is a specific genre. You know,
you have to get those numbers up, is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's all it is.
You have to get those numbers up. So basically, you know, before you can, you know, anybody want to mess with you, anybody, any A&R, any kind of label, you know, official label or anything, they want to see those numbers. You got to basically be doing it on your own first.
They want to know how you did it.
They want to see you doing it on your own,
and then,
so they can make some of that money.
In other words, you got to be independent to be.
You got to show them you're doing it your own. Yeah.
Right. You just got to have a good beat and something catchy nowadays, you know? It ain't even about, like, putting in being real on a track and stuff. You could sit there and say, duh, 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 with a dope beat.
It's about having the best brand.
Everybody will sit there
just
going,
really
duh,
depreciating the value of
it
hip
is,
hop.
and
like,
it
you
is.
should not get away. Nobody, and I want all the listeners to hear this, nobody should be able to just say, duh, 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 with a dope beat.
But that's how it is.
It is, and that's what it is.
Like my wife,
don't
she
even make
makes the
sense
Cash Me
together
Out girl.
anymore.
It's views.
And I told her I wanted to ask you
It's
guys.
all views and all that. Yes,
I wanted to ask you guys, what's your take on culture vultures?
Dangerous.
The thing that I don't understand,
like the Cash Me Out girl, or like the Takeshi, you know.
I don't even know if this is on the subject.
You brought him up this time.
But the thing that I don't get is when somebody hears hip hop. Like I work with people at work, you know, I do fire sprinkler stuff, but I work with this guy that doesn't even like hip hop or anything, but he don't even want to sit there and hear my song or nothing. You know, he's just like, I don't listen to rap, man. But he's sitting there bumping his country, like blah blah, you know. But he's sitting there because he's been through the life and he's listening to what this country dude's talking about. But if he would have an ounce to even understand what we're trying to try to understand it and feel it, you know, like people out there just right away put up a wall. Like me too. I hear country music, turn it off. Like I mean, there's some beats that I do like.
What I can't stand right now is that you got people like Safari, like Nicki Minaj. He's a culture vulture to me. You got people who they say, okay, this is all they do. They just throw on a chain, they just put a whip, and they just get some models, and they're rappers. And it's like, no, that's not what hip hop has ever been.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And then I go on YouTube and I see a concert in Cuba, and they're breakdancing, and it sounds like Rakim and them. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We started this thing, you know what I'm saying? It started here, you know what I mean? It started right here on this soil. So how is it that the rappers on this soil have kind of diverted to this kind of
I think that's just what's in the spotlight, though. I don't think that it's gone anywhere out here. I think that hip hop is still very alive, and like especially out here in the U.S. Like, I know some hip hop heads that that'll tell you for real. Like, there's plenty of people, but bars isn't what people are paying attention to right now. It's that catchy shit. You know what I mean? Right. Which sucks. But that's just what it is.
All
bars,
most definitely.
You hit a one bar, I prefer bars. You know what I mean?
No bad bars is gonna make a good song. So no bad bars is allowed at all. You know what I mean? It's either okay bars or, the song's all right. It's a decent song, but there's not like, you have to have decent bars to even be on a solid track like that. But, but like those was, you know what I mean?
See me, I'm looking at like,
I don't agree. I don't agree with that.
Right.
Yeah. You don't agree with that, do you?
I definitely don't. I feel like you could have trash ass bars on a dope ass beat and become something big, because of how much money's behind you and who you and how viral you go. How viral you go and how trendy you become.
But I meant a hip hop. You're not gonna be on a hip hop head song if you're trash. You know what I mean? So yeah, like you could. It's all about your brand. You know what I mean? Getting your business up. These people that you're talking about, the only thing they're doing is social media. The only thing they're doing is like they're entertaining us. You know what I mean? Like what they're doing is not really necessarily hip hop to me. But it's making them a lot of money. So in that sense, they made it in the industry. As far as being a hip hop person, I don't know if they made it. So.
Okay, and I got a little bit more of a sentimental question. So what do you guys view on celebrity relationships? Do you feel like that's another ploy that some of
another platform?
Another platform.
Sometimes, not all the time.
You think it's authentic?
Nah.
What do you mean, as in like two celebrities dating?
Kind of like the Meek Mill, Nicki Minaj, or the
Cardi B, Offset.
That's just
platforms. It helped them get a little bit bigger.
Are they following the Beyonce and Jay-Z recipe?
I think they were like a struggling couple together. You know what I mean? Like, but I think that was real.
But can she make more money than you?
I wouldn't want my business. I wouldn't want my business out there like that.
Yeah,
exactly. It'd be just too much all the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't want.
I'd be down for a Gucci and his wife's type relationship.
So what do you guys feel about the
me and my girl kill it?
Getting married? Rappers
Give her $1 million
getting
come
married.
out. She has.
Getting married? What was that?
Rappers getting married on TV.
That's their
They
business.
got the bread for it, so why not? You know.
That's because their careers are going down the toilet and they need a little
Hey, wait,
bump up.
Gucci Mane.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Now he got
That was
out pretty
tight.
hot, and then he kind of broke the trend on that.
But he ain't even invite his own mama.
No?
Nope, look into it. It's just weird.
Gucci.
Now, hold on.
I seen it get put on blast.
but if I had
I'm
enough
like,
bread to
man.
do anything super
Mom's
super
got to
nice,
do
I
that.
would. You know, so it's really like, you know, I look at that as like a, you know, if you want to do that, go for it. You know.
It's a
I don't know,
publicity
but
stunt.
I like their couple, though. I think Gucci and his wife are dope.
stuff.
They getting it.
It just
You
seems
be
like shock
lavish,
value.
be lavish.
Yeah.
I mean, especially you already rapping
Yeah,
about it. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Yeah.
It's all about shock value.
Also
So what do you
back
think
it
is the
up.
most shocking thing? Bobby Tek, I'm going to ask you, quiet as you are right now, what do you think is the most shocking thing you could do? I mean, if you had to do it, if you had to do some shocking shit to just get the world on your sound scan, what would it be? You have to answer something.
hard one.
If you had to do it.
Sex tape.
You know,
That's a good one.
that is a hard question because
I'll
you
try
know
to punch Mr.
myself. I ain't even looking for all that attention myself. You know what I mean?
If
Honestly,
you had to, bro.
but if I had
Like a gun to
to,
your head situation.
Like they was gonna
Man,
cut
bro.
you that big fat check. You know what
Would
I
you
mean?
moon them? Would you sex tape it? Would you
Streak across Coors Field.
Would you color the
Yeah,
beard
bro.
pink?
Damn.
What we gotta do, Bobby?
bro,
I don't know about all that.
Bro.
that's a horrible one for me, bro. Because honestly, I swear, like,
You wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
do
I
it.
mean,
He's too OG, bro.
He's really.
I was gonna
Yeah.
answer that question.
He's
That's
too
why I
OG,
asked you.
bro.
I asked you that because that's what it is. Like we're in an era where
Everybody's selling out, selling
Yeah,
their
you gotta
soul.
people
That
answer
jelly
that
roll.
question.
Hey, I'll punch someone right off the stage if I go viral. That's just the way I see it.
That's how you would go viral, by punching somebody.
If I could, like literally,
Yo,
like how,
Yo,
like, you know, I
done
seen a
that.
couple
Like
people
Kevin
do
Gates,
that, like,
kick
you know
the
what I mean?
fan type shit.
No, hell no. I'm talking about like,
Nah,
like say,
yeah.
let's see Lil Rob. I don't like Lil Rob. If I could see Lil Rob on stage and I could do it, I'm
I'd
gonna do
slide
it.
Lil Rob.
Oh, okay. Hey, so why does Denver
I'ma go
have the
viral for that
reputation
shit.
of like beating up rappers, like chasing
don't-
rappers out of the club?
We just don't take no
Because
disrespect.
they get here and show disrespect once they're here.
Well,
It
Tell the
depends.
fans how important.
Like
'cause
George
people
Lopez.
just don't know Denver, man. So I want y'all to explain to the fans why rappers got to watch their mouth when they come out here from other cities.
Because it
You
ain't
in a
just
diff-
mountains and cows out here.
You in a different territory.
in Denver, I'd have to say, because I'm from Northern California myself, you know, and I came out here, you know, probably like 20 years ago, and there's a lot of people that are here that aren't from here. You know what I mean, as well. You know what I mean? Denver
The
goes
majority
hard.
of
Denver
people
goes hard as
seem like-
fuck.
I'm not
You know
from
what I
here.
mean? Hella real fools out here in Denver. You know what I mean? That are from here. You know what I mean? Like at the table right now. But yeah, they don't play that shit. A lot of people like to, you know, have a misconception of what it is out here.
It got downplayed for a long time, like it was something soft out here. Period. You know what I mean? And for the longest, we, not myself included, and just people in the city, Aurora, Park Hill, you know, Montbello, everywhere, all the hoods just got tired of that shit. You know, like so many people came from everywhere, which was cool. We're good with that. But as soon as you start coming and claiming your city's better, your weed's better, your everything, you know, you put us
it's not
down here.
like
What you
that.
doing here then? What you doing here?
They go back home. That's how I see it. You
Right.
know, like I
See,
said,
when
if
I
you came
came
to
here-
look for controversy, then you know, then you're gonna
That's
find that.
the
Yes.
definition
Right,
of a
exactly.
culture vulture in music.
People who look
Right.
for controversy, yeah.
Yes.
But you'll
Yeah.
find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Come
came out here
and
Even
Yeah,
some of
you're
the
gonna
biggest
find it.
artists are culture vultures. You know what I mean?
I embrace
Well,
the
I
town.
feel like what I'm seeing is some of the older artists are using some of the younger artists as kind of like the
Playbooks.
game.
Yeah,
like
the playbook.
Game. He's beefing to drop albums now.
But he's been beefing since the day he stepped in that motherfucker.
I think that
you
shit
know?
to me though. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
I
game
can
kind
agree.
of
I
like
can
you
argue
said.
with
He kind of like you said though.
50 Cent.
He always
Yeah,
got
50
him
Cent
and
were
50
all-
both always
Yeah,
kind of got
they
their
bullies.
mouth and some.
So they're being true to who they are. You know what I'm saying?
They just did it back then, and they were probably the only couple who got it like that. And then now everybody does it and starts beef. So then it
Rap beef
became
is
that.
dead, bro.
Yeah.
Who name one legit rap beef right now?
Nah, from back then, none. I don't know any.
A
No, I'm saying
legit.
today.
Cameron and Jim Jones.
Right now?
No, I think they had some issues. But
See,
it was they're like brothers.
Yeah, that's like brothers.
That's like Jay-Z and Nas.
Back in the day,
Yeah,
I don't
they
care
are.
if you go the 90s, the 2000s, you know what I mean, any year you want to name, man, there was always somebody beefing with somebody.
Right.
I'm not really seeing that a lot no more. I'm not seeing rap beef as, so do you think, would you credit that to Tupac and Biggie and saying we finally made it to a point where this genre of music doesn't have to be relevant through violence?
Well, there's still rap beef. Look
And
at,
I just go
look
ahead.
at Black Youngster lit up Young Dolph's 100 shots.
And then look at what Troy Ave did after he
But
made a name.
All
You
those
know?
things are old though.
Well, they're kind of old, but
What Troy Ave?
when he
What did
was
do?
it at Troy Ave who shot up the club in New York?
Well, do you know why though, right?
Nah.
Okay, so I'm gonna break this down to you. So I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of people know.
Okay.
So basically, Troy Ave didn't get along with a guy named Tax Tone. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Tax Tone, but he has a real famous podcast.
Yeah, his blood.
So right now, Tax Tone is sitting in the feds awaiting trial for the murder of Bigga, who is Casanova's boy. You know, basically the rapper Casanova, familiar with him? He convinced Tax Tone to go to the club. Tax Tone's like a Charlemagne the God type figure. Was really getting popularity, really having like Meek Mill, like really having some major buzz on his show. Like I'm kind of Tax Tone.
Yeah.
So basically, Tax Tone cannot stand AR. What's his name?
AR Ave or Troy Ave?
No, Troy Ave. Troy Ave. Cannot stand Troy Ave, right? They get into it. Troy Ave lets off, apparently, I think he lets off on them. Then Tax Tone, boom, boom, boom. No, okay, hold on, my fault. It's not quite clear what happened, but what's being said is that Tax Tone.
He said, hold up, it's not.
Someone got shot.
You know, motherfucker got shot. Troy Ave came in there chasing after them.
Crazy motherfucker.
Tax Tone's on camera with the pistol though, tucking it. They found the murder weapon, like all kind of shit. He's fucked.
Yeah.
But oopsie, I gotta watch it too, y'all. But so right now, there's a chance that he can get off if Tax Tone snitches on Troy Ave, or if Troy Ave snitches on Tax Tone, and they gotta tell on each other at this point. So
That's crazy.
it could.
They
go
both
that
got to go
crazy.
down now.
And I'm sure that all of us have probably, and I'm not proud of it, but we've been in situations where we knew people who had these similar situations. And what do you think on those hood beefs that kind of bleed into the music and then
Well, if you
live?
push too far, that's what it becomes, you know. So you don't want it to ever get to that. So, you know, we try to check it at the door. You know, don't talk about me on a song, because you know, hey, you know. So, other than that, you know, that's the level that it will get took to, if you know, and you don't want it to go to that. So, you know, my thoughts on that is just, you know, do whatever you got to do to make music, but don't throw other people in the mix if you ain't ready for that type of environment.
Well, you know, hip hop is a very competitive arena, man, and there's a chance where you might jump out there, and you never know, man. Somebody might take a shot at you, and then guess what? Now you gotta answer back musically.
Yeah, or you both might end up in prison.
Yeah, but this is what I think will probably mostly happen, and I think really mostly happens. The guy busts the shot at you first, right, in the music. You respond musically. Now you guys have a music buzz around your artistry. Then you see, and then it's getting you notoriety, credibility. Now you see each other in person. Is it worth taking it to the next step?
See, I would
or
just
is it worth just saying, let's go to the back room, let's have some shots, we doing good, let's keep it up? Because I think that can happen too.
What I would try to do is get on many stations like this as I could if something like that were to occur, to let it be known that it was squashed under the table. However they perceive that, you know, if you don't hear a comeback, it's because it was squashed, and however it got squashed.
Isn't it important to have a comeback?
Nah.
You don't think if
Drake
took a shot at Meek Mill, his song, if Meek Mill didn't do anything, come on.
I feel like if Drake takes a shot at anybody, he's losing, because he's making so much money. Why would you take shots at anybody right now? But like, you remember when Murder Mook tried to battle Drake? Drake said hell no. But Drake didn't say hell no, his manager did, because it's about money. And it's about what happens if Drake battles Murder Mook and Murder Mook eats him up, because that's what Murder Mook does.
Right.
Not saying, you know, I fuck with Drake. He's
but
my
then
favorite.
that's kind of like asking like McGregor to fight Mayweather. I feel like rap battling is a different genre.
But as an MC,
yeah, exactly, and I do too.
Yeah.
I look at it that. But if you're in that shit, you better be battling somebody who plays that shit.
Happens to be well renowned in that scene some reason.
I know.
He gets around in that scene.
It is,
when
yeah.
Meek Mill, him and Murder Mook are friends. He supports Murder Mook to the
Yeah,
fullest.
yeah.
When Meek Mill thought he was just gonna get at Drake musically, he said, "Okay, I sing, I dance, but this is what I'm gonna do to you now."
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it ain't always got to be aggressive force. It could just be you're testing my music, so this is what I'm doing.
But you could do that on a feature. So like we could get on a song, me and Merce, and without even talking to each other, there could be some sort of battle that nobody even knows about, because you know you always want to do better than anybody on your song.
Like,
you know,
kind of like the
so
Gucci Mane and Lil Wayne track.
so get Murder Mook on a song then instead of diss him, or you know what I mean.
Murder Mook do that kind of music.
No.
So that's what I mean. It's like McGregor.
Then why would they even be? Yeah, but I thought that too. But even Meek Mill, why does Meek
Mill
Mill?
does what Drake does, so
Yeah.
that battle makes more sense. It's like you're fighting somebody in your field.
Right, no, I know, but but see, I'm not really coming from a battle perspective though,
Right.
you know. So it's like, you know, the old school way of doing it, they both would battle, but even like MC Shan or the old type of dudes, they get up and battle different ways too, you know. So it's really like how, you know, you can battle. Like there was one back in the day, they used to hype the crowd, and that was how they won the battle, who had the most hype crowd. You know, nowadays it's like, you know, who's spitting harder at the motherfucker, you know.
or who brought the biggest crowd.
Or who brought the biggest crowd.
I don't like the
crowd.
sound
A lot of
meter.
that.
I don't like that.
I don't
feel like that's
the applause meter.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like that.
But that's old school, though. You know what I mean? That's a super old school. You know?
That's when there was no networking. That's when there
Exactly.
wasn't any of that. All you had was the only following you had was your crowd.
Yeah, real shit.
Nowadays it's totally different,
You know.
so it kind of makes
Just
that
like
obsolete.
Yeah, real shit. Yeah.
But as an MC, I feel you need controversy though, because ain't nothing
Controversy sells.
ain't nothing that'll bring passion out of you than like beefing with someone on a track, you know, because you can sit there and make the lovey-dovey stuff for the hood, but you coming at someone's head on a track and trying to come lyrical, that's gonna I love when it comes to that point, but ain't nobody came out my head in a really long time, probably years on the lyrical tip, because
but I feel like if you were to go at somebody like that, then I would feel like it would be like that on all levels.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
not like, hey, what up? When I see you, we're
Come on,
cool.
Ryhno, nah.
Yeah, like not like, hey, you know, like you dissed me the other day, but it's cool and shit. You know, like
You come from that.
you say something
yeah,
about
oh, yeah.
me and it's good. You know,
You come from that cloth.
yeah.
I'm confident in my craft as well, though. I'll go bar for bar with whoever.
Yep.
Really, you know.
That's what you gotta also establish
It's
that.
confidence.
Okay, you want to come at me with music, and this is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well I'm gonna give you some music, and you never know, man. Look at
Well,
Ether.
where
Look
is the
at-
music, Doja? Hey, we got people on this feed asking for some.
What is who asking for what?
Play some Bobby
Play
Tek.
some tech, man. That's what they're
Without
saying.
further ado,
Yeah.
hey, it's your boy.
All right, we're talking about
DenverzDojamain.
Drake
I'm in the
and
building
who
with
was
Sic
this?
Macky,
Denver,
Nutty
man.
Knocks, Bobby Tek, Evolve, and Ryhno Buddz.
Yeah.
Denver.
Tek on here.
We about to get on with
Yeah.
Bobby Tek, man. All right, let me pull it up, y'all.
It was in good conversation.
Oh no, the conversation gets carried away. People jumping out of trees. What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, well, that one was weird.
It's good though.
Can we talk about weed?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Hey,
Small
Tek,
420.
hey, yo,
I don't
Tek.
have
So
none.
I'm pulling up If My Rhyme Was As Good As My Hustle, man. What you want me to play from that slap?
Shit. Oh, man.
Ooh, that's my favorite.
I don't know what y'all think.
Yeah, doing things, man.
Dang.
Not doing things.
Nah,
Respect my hustle.
that one or
on my hustle.
is put it on me with a little heat on that one. Puts it down.
Puts it down, yeah.
Want that one with a little heat on it?
Yeah, puts it down.
Any of those.
Shout
go
out
hard.
Lil Heat, man. That's
Yeah.
that's a
Lil
good
Heat,
friend of
yeah,
mine.
that's my
R.I.P.
brother.
Huntley. We in the building, man. We got some of the dopest rappers in the North Side. Hey, Bobby Tek, go ahead and introduce your song, man.
Which one you playing?
Puts It
So
Down.
Puts It Down. Puts It Down. That was off my second album. This was Rhyme Was Good As My Hustle. That was a classic album. You know what I mean? Slapping from the beginning to the end. So Puts It Down. Me and my bro Little Heat.
100 Head-Klap Radio.
This shit slaps. Come in
Time to take a shot.
I put it down for mine like I'm supposed to. On to the next, rocking with the same crew. I push bricks, duct tape wrapped up. Always kept a biscuit for the fools that wanna act tough. Won't back down, scary, nah, never that. Favorite question, homie, where the money at? I want big chips, chips like Black Hawk. Money talks and bullshit runs marathons. Young Barry Bonds, I'ma hit it up the park. Hard-headed on mine, so my casket drops. I'm way out, so fly like astronauts. Green thumb, medicated, getting cash from crops. Hydraulic gun, I can make that ass drop. If you a bad bitch, let me see that pussy pie. On the block, tossing rocks like hopscotch. Money never sleeps, gorilla grinding, don't stop. In the business, cooking up biscuits, carry that biscuit.
He's the one who said place about it.
Yeah.
You know I put it down.
Listening right now. That's tight. That was him just rapping.
Oh, that's him right
Yeah,
now?
that was just him, so he's
What's up?
listening too. What up, Heat?
No, you're further down now. He may have already shut off. Well, we're
That's
good.
him right there.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, a little bit.
When you're out here making pep, you got to watch out for the crowd. When they run up and try to check it, then you got to lay them down. It's a big city, but a small town. So you don't
He started laughing when they asked you if you're gonna make it.
I said that was probably one of the hardest ones because you of all people.
Hey, I'll keep it solid though.
Oh, I would have had a prize. I would have had something. I would have had something.
Little Rob, give me that opportunity. I'm running across that stage.
But to me, that's just selling out. You know what I mean?
Hey, but you know, that would have went viral.
Yeah.
That would go viral.
And that would make me happy just because I don't like him.
He's like 2 birds, 1 stone.
So, did your album drop Saturday on the platform?
Man, no.
You're just
I
the
had too
release.
much. I barely got my shit from Science yesterday.
Oh,
I stay low,
I was trying to get my shit.
What you do through it?
I did like 3 tracks. Oh, so you were just trying to have like all kinds of beats on and shit. But yeah, I had to get them so I get broken down. Another studio, and I had to get broken down and cleaned up. And I was sitting here past that. I'm gonna have a Brian master. But yeah, so probably be another couple weeks. That sucks, bro. I was like,
You said you're having Brian master it?
yeah, that's where to go for master.
Who was that, Pierre, then?
Dude, that dude's so boss. We went in there and I played a little guitar for Doja on a song, man. And, I mean, just watching him work that just blew my mind.
Me and him went Slippy there, but how many times we went here?
Pierre? A few times. I went with him too a few times. He's not bad. I like Pierre. He gets down. He's good peeps, you know what I mean? Like, he has a good ear for hip hop for sure. Like, he's a good hip hop engineer. Rap and shit, he knows it good. He's a good dude to pick his head too. That's when he knows this industry, this music game tough.
Is he from here?
Nah.
Nah, but he definitely gave the show love.
Yo, it's your boy DenverzDojamain, rocking the Sic Macky, and you are tuned in to Head-Klap Radio. That was Bobby Tek with Puts It Down.
Yeah.
We got Nutty Knocks in the building, y'all.
Know what it
We got
is?
Evolve in the building, y'all. We got Ryhno Buddz in the building,
what's up?
y'all. And of course, we got Bobby Tek in the building, y'all. What's going on, fellas, man? Y'all enjoying y'all's time at Head-Klap?
Oh
Radio,
yeah,
man?
definitely.
Yeah,
That's
we
the spot,
appreciate
man.
the invite.
That's what's up, man. So we're going to get into some more of this young news. I'm going to play another video clip and we're going to get y'all's feedback on it.
That was a good one.
Did you email him my song?
I
Hopefully
tried,
it ain't
yeah.
fake news.
The one that you gave me, yeah.
It's your boy 50 Cent back with more Rap City. It's going down. I'm in here with DJ Who Kid on the wheels and steels.
What's up, man?
And the hottest record.
Of course. Highest record in New York, but I think we should play a little game, 50. I think we should play this game called Fully Loaded Clip.
Fully Loaded Clip.
Which represents you, of course, and these are your enemies right here. Which clip do you want to see? We got Fat Joe, we got Khaled, we got Ja Rule, and of course, the ultimate big game. Which one do you want to pick, Mr. Favo?
I want to see what Khaled I'll stick with Cali clip, yeah, because I already know what the other guys gonna say.
Okay, so let's go to this clip. Let's see what's going on.
Check it out.
Still this, no.
Now this the last one. Now you got. Come on, now.
There's a lot of classics here.
I see Get Rich or Die Trying.
I mean, you see Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Nas, Notorious. I'm gonna go with the Notorious Ready to Die because I have to, because this is a legend, and this is like, you know, I grew up listening to this music right here, it inspired me. But the problem is, so is this Jay-Z.
Crazy.
So is this Snoop Dogg.
Are we going in?
So is this Nas.
We're going in?
So is this Nas Illmatic. So is this Dr. Dre Chronic.
Hold on.
DJ Cat.
Hold on.
Talk to me.
Hold on.
Easy, Q.
Come on now. Why is this last? Why is the genuine 50 Cent record last? Come on.
I ain't gonna lie. This is a classic album.
Okay.
This is a classic album. But I'm just saying though, I represent that love and unity.
Okay.
And I gotta represent that unity and love.
So it's not going in the back.
No, we the best.
That was interesting. But he still admitted that it was a classic. Yeah. And they hate it. So I'm happy with that one. You know, I'm happy with that one. And you know what's crazy? I'm the best. You understand me? I'm the best. You understand what I'm saying to you? But none of your projects are classic. None of them.
Hey, yo, 50. You know what? You know what, 50?
I think we're all confused here. What's going on?
So, you know what I'm saying? I pulled that clip up for a reason. You know what I'm saying? That was actually a pretty old clip of 50 Cent on Rap City. Obviously, Rap City don't even exist no more.
Too bad.
But that was two rappers in the game that was doing their thing back then that were beefing, you know, because, you know, DJ Khaled was running with Rick Ross back then. You know, 50 Cent and Rick Ross weren't getting along. So, you know what I mean, as you see, look at where those guys' careers are today. You know, how the rap beef propelled, you know what I mean, them to where they are today. I mean, them guys are, 50 Cent got TV now. He got a whole show called Power. You guys watch, y'all fuck with Power, shout out Power.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then, of course, DJ Khaled, man, you need a hit, you go to him. So, back then, I guess you could say, I want to say from 2000 to maybe 2010, rap beef seemed like it was being used more so to propel. In the 90s, you could just get murked for like, if you see the guy, right? And then now today, it just seemed like there just ain't no real genuine need for rap battling no more. I think it's kind of almost leaving the genre. I mean, you got people that kind of get into it, personal beefs, but Young Dolph and Black Youngster, they did a couple things musically, but you ain't got no classics coming out of that, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I just wanted to get reiterate that whole rap beef and just see how you guys feel about it, because you know, obviously you guys came up in neighborhoods where beefing was essential to life. Am I correct in saying that?
Oh yeah.
So
it was serious though.
Right.
Yeah. More than lyrics.
Well, you know, kind of give the fans an idea of what you mean by that. You know what I'm saying? The fans want to know you guys, they want to know the true story, you know what I'm saying? So when you say it was serious and more than lyrics, and obviously you ain't got to, you know, say nothing that's going to incriminate you, but kind of give as much as you can to the fans without giving too much.
Right. Well, like today, nowadays, like guys like the 6ix9ine and all that stuff, like, you know, they start throwing a bunch of stuff out there that, you know, could get them killed, you know what I mean, and things like that. And, like, that's the type of real stuff that you're talking about, is the stuff that, if it's real like that, a lot of it ain't even talked about. So, you know, like, you know, that's where I think it gets a little fake in the game when shit becomes too public, you know what I mean? There's none of that, like, handle it in closed doors or nothing like that, you know.
They're also too public, kind of an essential, like, hey, I'm dry snitching pretty much. You know, they made it so public that they're afraid.
So growing up in North Denver, were there life and death situations that, you know what I'm saying, you could translate into the music in ways to kind of teach others, ways to maneuver around that, or as testimony, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that happened, you know, in life, you know, that happens. So it's really like fuel to the music. If something happened in your life, you can apply that to maybe one of your songs, one of your hooks, you know, something like that.
We need some examples. Come on, guys. I'm trying to pull it out of y'all, man. Come on, Evolve, man. Give us some.
It's just real out here, man. It's just what it is. Like, it's just real, like, straight up. Like, you know, you looking for trouble, you're gonna find it, and sometimes that shit's gonna find you regardless, you know, like. And in our situation, they found us more than we asked for, and we just handled it the way it came. Real talk, Like,
back in the days, after hours, we just drive around looking who was ever at a bus stop on the north side. They were getting it. That's just what it was.
And some people will look at the songs that we
it's
made.
territorial, for real though. You had on, the wrong outfit. I mean, it was like that in other different sides of town too. I got caught slipping my damn self, walking on the wrong side of town. And that's just the way that it is. Like, I mean,
liquor store run out.
It's just coming up young. You know what I mean? Young and wild.
Real shit. And the music's not to glorify any of it. The music was more or less to get our side of the story out. You know what I mean? So if you hear something on a song, then you might get some ideas, ask some questions about a specific lyric or something like that, or you know what I mean? But as far as all that, a lot of it is left, to the real stuff, you know what I mean? I try, I want my songs to be something that's going to reach more than just the hood,
Are the comments on?
What I would say to all the youngsters is stay in school. You know what I mean? Stay in school. You ain't got to be the hardest. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be the hardest. Get out there, finish up school.
Man, my phone wouldn't
Most of your
let me
favorite
on
rappers
last time.
wasn't even banging. They're banging on wax. Most of them fools went to school and got college degrees anyway. You know what I mean? They were smart. So
right.
But it all starts with the four elements of hip hop, though, and that's what I was gonna say. Is I started with breakdancing, then I went to graffiti, then it went to repping on the walls, and then it went to spitting in the booth where I could rep way harder than me going and vandalizing a whole wall, So then I just be spitting it on and repping merch and stuff.
So it's a real core hip hop culture that you came up in, huh?
I used to cardboard ball. Yeah, I mean, back in the days, you didn't have social media, so I grew up where it was ciphers and parties. You couldn't hear the music from when you walked in the front door. We'd start, start beatboxing and shit, start creating a real cipher, and then the whole party would come over here, and it was who was the illest in the cipher. You couldn't rock in the cipher if you weren't loud enough, if you didn't have the momentum or the energy. If you were a little, yo, I'm gonna spit this flow, you weren't rocking, and that's just the way it was growing. That was when we were young.
You had to have bars.
Oh yeah.
You had to have that talent in you
to be respected.
So what's the hype about cruising federal on a Sunday?
That's every city you go. I mean,
pull chicks.
Well,
it's if you're single,
it's
man.
Tradition,
that's
tradition.
Yeah.
That's our culture.
To rep your whips.
That's what it is. That's our people. That's our gente. Like our people out there. They out there cruising, trying to show rides, trying to, max, big game, do whatever it is. When we were young, we were out there on there trying to have fun, knock heads off and trying to see what's up, trying to fight. That's what it was.
It's crazy. It's lasted till now.
But it used to be from 38 all the way up to
tradition.
Sheridan down to Chubby's. But now it went because everybody got scared of the north side, and they moved it down
south.
I didn't even want to say.
Well, yeah, it's like y'all out there looking at busboy heads, and they're gonna take your wife, hide your wife, tuck your shirt in when you see him.
Oh shit! I'm a nice guy.
Nah, man, you guys are awesome, bro. So y'all turning up this weekend, man. We got
a lot going on, man.
We gotta see who can roll the fattest blunt in this room right now, man.
Yeah.
420 special.
I don't know, man.
I roll a pretty good one now.
Can't roll
That would be
Jones.
dope. I remember back in the day, man, we used to roll them up as long as the arm, man. Now they got the vending machines now.
Yeah, we used to have a picture of Nutty where he held the joint like it was like one of these long ones.
Last year we put 2 ounces in a joint.
Yeah, something like that.
So who think they got the biggest lungs in this room?
I don't know. Probably not me for sure.
That one back there.
When I'm in the studio, I have to punch when I rap, So I'm like one of those
My big
guys.
brother Duke.
Well, we gonna have a cannabis trivia.
All right.
I'm gonna pull up a couple strands. And we're doing it for 420, so it's only right. We're gonna put in Sick, you're gonna get involved too, because we're gonna pull up a couple strains. I'm gonna describe the strains, and then I want you guys to take a crack at
not crack though.
I'm gonna go to Leafly.
Oh, that's its green crack.
Y'all ever heard of Leafly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Leafly right now. Shout out Leafly. Giving you all your medical marijuana explanations and needs,
shout out Sweet Leaf, plugging the streets.
Shout out Wellness Center of the Rockies, the real plug.
Oh yeah,
Sweet
Monaco.
Leaf.
Need us a dispensary sponsor, all dispensaries listening right
Shout
now.
out Sweet Leaf.
Supplying the streets.
They got my med card. I got a good med.
By that bowling alley.
Alright.
Fuck with the dab.
They got good prices on zips.
Yeah, that's all I dab pretty much. That's it.
For real?
It's my caregiver.
Oh no.
So,
My caregiver's good meds.
alright, Nutty Knocks, man. So,
Yo.
first strain. Hold up, it's a lot of options, y'all. Alright, so I'm gonna give you.
What are we doing here? We guessing what
Yeah, try
strain
to
you're
guess
looking
the
at?
strain, man. Like,
Are you gonna tell me like the?
I'm gonna explain the strain to you.
All right, let's check it
And
out.
I mean, none of us are experts, maybe. Alright, so we got sometimes called. Ooh, I can't do that.
See,
All right.
yeah, like how you
It's
gonna
an
explain
invigorating
this?
sativa dominant strain named after a pungent diesel-like aroma. The fast-acting effects that have pushed this strain to its legendary status. Stress, pain, and depression fade away in long-lasting relief that makes sour
Sour diesel. I
All right.
mean, it's like
All right.
you've already.
You said diesel.
Yeah, you already said diesel.
Well, that part, I had to say that part, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, with diesel, I mean,
All right,
it's
so let's
sour
do-
off
all
the
right.
top, anyways. It's the main.
Man, stop,
thing
man. Let
of
them
it.
guess, because you over here, you got him, you know him by heart. This dude,
He wrote him, huh?
All right, here we go.
He smoked him and wrote him, huh?
Here we go.
Rolled them.
Formerly known as
Prince.
Yeah, no, it's a symbol.
I ain't gonna give y'all no hybrids.
He said, Prince.
Reggie.
I'm gonna give you an indica. So just name the indica. All right, here we go.
Skunk
You
berry.
might not. All right, Blank is an indica strain typically bred from Mendo Purps and San Fernando Valley OG Kush. Its round,
love
compact
OG.
buds take on a deep purple color and a sweet grape aroma that blend with subtle undertones of lemon and pine. What begins as a mellow and euphoric cerebral experience melts down to the rest of the body in a head-to-toe euphoric calm
GDP.
that relieves stress. Nutty Knocks.
I say like Granddaddy
Yeah,
Perp,
granddad.
or
That's a good guess.
maybe.
It's bred from Mendo Purp and San Fernando OG Kush. So
I love OG Kush, but I don't know.
Bubba Kush.
it's not something that I shouldn't even click on. It's called Blackwater. I don't think none of us.
Oh
would.
no! Hey,
I've
I just
smoked
got
it.
that today. Blackwater OG. I just got some today. I got a picture of it.
Well, let's make sure we talk
got
after.
it.
We're gonna talk after
Definitely
the show.
smoked
Yeah.
it, but it ain't like no common.
We're gonna talk after the show.
I think
I'm gonna type that into the comments. You
Our
all
buddy
got
boy.
that.
Yeah, is that
Buddy
what
boy.
you know?
Buddy boy got it. 38th and Perry.
You
Shout
got it
out,
right
buddy
now.
boy.
Not on me,
We're gonna talk
I
after
know
the
what I do got out.
class.
but yeah.
All right,
I
cool.
do got something on me.
What you got on
Y'all
your
just
here, Ryhno? No, I'm just playing. We
Guess
are
this
in the
strain.
booth with no drugs, by the
None.
way. We are just simply talking about
Guess that strain.
the medical.
I know that.
See, look at how purple it is. It's got purple all over it.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Some
it?
good ass.
Actually, it smells like a pineapple.
All right, let's see what we got.
That's the black water.
All right, here we go. Bobby
Your
Tek.
turn.
That's that
Yeah.
black water.
Yes,
With
that
earthly
one.
flavors
Purple
of
all over
lemons and citrus, earthly flavors of lemon and citrus, Blank is a perfect strain to start your day with a
What is
smile.
that?
It's fire is what it is.
Yeah,
but
no,
no,
it's
you try to
I
guess
didn't
it.
even tell you, bro. There's so many names, bro.
It's too many of them.
So many of them.
Almost
That's
looks
what
like
Give it a crack at it. Give it a crack
It
at
looks
it.
like
Look.
it's
Purple
You said with
cheddar.
lemon.
That's what yours is?
Yeah,
What'd you say?
purple cheddar.
I smell some lemon.
Huh?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's
said it
see if
was
Bobby
lemon.
Tek can answer this. It's a
Oh, we done. We're on
earthly
another
flavors
game.
of lemons and citrus. Earthly flavors of lemon and citrus.
That's some
Ready to
bubble
go?
gum.
We got
Bubblegum Kush.
lemon
Yes.
drop.
Bubble
I'm
gum.
pretty sure everybody's had it. The uplifting, energetic buzz is one you won't soon forget.
Look at that.
Its
That's
genetics
pretty
have been
shit.
traced back to South
Purple cheddar.
Jamaican land strain.
Purple cheddar.
Amnesia haze.
Like we just,
Oh, yeah.
we just smoke it. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool if you're out there listening. People from Denver, we don't know. We don't know the names of everything. We don't care.
The first strain I ever
Now, that's
smoked was
crazy.
White
You said
Widow.
black water.
Yes, White Widow's
White
still one of
Widow
my
sack
all-time
felt like a white
favorites.
pillow.
Yeah.
And that's where God's Vagina comes from. That was like my favorite strain.
Yeah, White
forever.
Widow was nice.
Yeah.
That was back when it was kind, but like
Yeah,
real
it's
good.
kind.
I don't know.
You said White Widow, huh?
White
Shout
Widow,
out
that was my
Chop
first strain I
Mondo.
ever
Hard
smoked.
tonight.
Let's see what the white round is.
My first strain was Purple Skunk.
Hey, Dojamin.
Weed songs about to drop?
Yeah. Weed songs? No, not right now.
We need a good.
I got a weed song you can look up.
We known for weed.
I got a good weed song.
Dude.
Hey, he ain't got a song yet. We ain't even heard this man any of his music yet.
Denver Evolve, but on YouTube Evolve Uno.
Is the song on there? The weed song?
No, it's not a weed one, but it's
We still got give him the spotlight for a minute.
Which one?
Your YouTube.
Evolve Uno, all one word though.
I be spelling shit all kinds of wrong.
Alright, here we go.
And then it says Migos Bad and Bougie remix.
So EVOLVE,
then UNO.
Bro, can I ask you this?
Which one you want to play?
The one go down on the videos and it says Migos Bad and Bougie remix. I got like a red hat on.
Alright, let me see, because you got a lot of stuff.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I got a ton of stuff.
What's the song called?
Migos Bad and Bougie remix. It's just one that doesn't have any cussing.
Alright, go ahead and represent. Go ahead and bring it in for the fans to hear.
Yo, this is the one that I redid that Migos Bad and Bougie and kind of switched up there. They got a part in there where it says "We from the North," so I like took the acapella and made it to where "We from the North" that way. And then luckily I got them two on the track, and that's how it's a remix though. But this one doesn't have any cuss words, and this is the original of what. And like on Facebook, it got like 18,000 views and kind of blew up a little bit up in Northern Cali. It was kind of pushing big time.
Well, without further ado, man,
we cussed already.
Here's the Bad and Bougie remix.
The Mossy one.
The North
Oh, he already
remix
got
by
it.
Evolve.
No, that's good.
No, we from the north, yeah, that way. No, we from the north, we from the north, we from the north, yeah, that way. No, we from the north, yeah, that way. No, we from the north, yeah, that way. No, we from the north, we from the north, we from the north, yeah, that way. No, we from the north, yeah, that way. No, we from the north, yeah, that way. No, we from the north, we from the north, we from the north, yeah, that way.
In the high school days, nowadays, still park 3 blocks away from the party. But don't trust no niche, finna get the text. Can you come by yourself to the party? Came in, sold out, sold out.
My honest opinion is I like this version more.
Like my verse? Yeah. I know, I was gonna keep it, remember?
I like this one a lot.
I just think I had to do a different verse.
Yeah, I know, I hear that though. This is one I like flat. It just reminds me of being in the north side, like the whole fucking block. You gotta park 3 blocks away. Everybody was fucking there, you know what I mean? Turned up on Facebook, like.
Well, what I was talking about on that though, like we parked 3 blocks because we'd always be. So like when there was a party, we parked.
So after you got the head, they wouldn't see what car you left in. I didn't know.
Or you get caught on the block or something, you know? Oh, man.
Okay, I like that, bro. You got the kid on there dancing.
Yeah, I'm
gonna drop that off right now in the comments so people can get that link, man. That was a dope ass track. That was Evolve.
Right on. Hey, but there's a remix though. You couldn't play the cusser one, but it's with Knocks and Ryhno on it.
I mean,
and that's play it.
We can play it. It ain't like we can't.
We don't cuss like that. We cool.
It's good though.
Even though, yeah, it's real good.
All right, hold on.
You gotta.
All right.
It be jumping the shows.
All right, hold on. Evolve.
You probably seen it that night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we performed it.
Yeah, he was there. That's the whole reason we're here.
Like, is it that song?
Yeah. Either that one or the one me and him did.
This is a real good game. This Head-Klap radio.
Or the one all 4 was it, Red Rag.
Or that one,
We had the whole crew.
Yeah, I want to hear one with all 4 of y'all. That's
Yeah,
nice.
that one's a good one.
I got a track with all 4 of us called Red Rag.
Right now?
Yeah,
Hit it.
it's on there.
Play that right now.
It's on there too.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Right now.
Is it pretty violent?
Right now.
Nah, it's called Red Rag. Hey, it's nice though.
Kinda.
It's a nice
That's
little.
them heavy metal. They like violence.
Oh yeah, they're good with that. We seen how they do.
Oh man, we had.
Man, what would y'all think about Mosh Pit?
We've seen it before. We're like,
Undertakers, you know what I'm saying? They came through the show last week, man. We want to shout out.
I like security.
Real 10 and 10 Birds last week, man. They came through and gave us a good show. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you are involved with HeadKlap Radio. I'm DenverzDojamain.
Sic Macky.
And we about to play a song by Evolve called Red Rag.
Yo.
As soon as I can find it, bro, because it's a lot of stuff.
Please tell me about
Featuring Nutty Knocks, Bobby Tek, and Ryhno Buddz.
And you heard it here. If you heard it here, you heard it here first. We blasting this for all Denver listeners to hear it, you know what I'm saying?
Should be above that.
Here it goes.
Should be right above that. Yeah, that's the deal. Red. It's coming down.
Sure. You do it in the streets. You do it at home. The rest is bullshit. You know it. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
I'm gonna do this one.
What's
Saturday.
new on
You bark all day.
You took a clip from.
Gangsta movies.
And which one? And which movie was it?
I'm a
Two
north
movies,
side
right?
of flame
It was
duck hanging out the
three movies.
window.
Movies, yeah.
Okay.
Red
I
rags
knew
and
one.
wheel blowing on the endo.
Departed, right?
Yeah.
I knew one movie. I was like, that was wrong.
I'm a north side of flame duck hanging out the window. Red rags, steering wheel blowing on the endo. Fucking it up to that one instrumental.
I gotta perform, go.
I'm a North Cal original, reppin' for that CO. Rag hanging low, going to see my PO. Fuck a fag and a scrap, don't catch me riding on Dio. When he got some out here, put them on with the bands that mention me though. Just moving grams, going ham and haven't seen a kilo. I swear, man, these fools are spam, trying to steal my stilo. I'm a working man, a rubber band, the plastic wear it beat-o. Six strap man, I'm fat man, disappointed at that people. Taking these nuts, you can run up in tents. Reppin' me, but I came from the west. Still rocking my shoes, staring the best. I'm a rock on my shoes, let us talk on the rest. Stay in the fire, stay away from the stress. Let's go to the springs, but I got it for less. Only thing you I know, these things be fed. Just like homies doing they face. I'm paying that north, I stay out of my way. Focus on Woody, trying to see better days. Not looking for free, this ain't any pay. Don't do it for me, I'm reppin' the stage. My presence be dust, so to step on the stage. Our head is still in this, I ran on parade. Stepping on ass, so running off face. Bobby Tek me ball, let me out of the cage.
I'm a north side of flame duck hanging out the window.
Big bro gassing, bro.
Blowing on the endo.
When I got that verse back, I was like,
instrumental. I'm a north side of flame duck hanging out the window. Red rag steering wheel blowing on the endo. Fucking it up to that woody instrumental. Fucking it up to a woody instrumental.
Red rag hanging low, red rag hanging low, red rag hanging low, red rag hanging low.
Flamed up for a motherfucking reason, but don't let that reason be the reason that your body leaking. I'm flamed up for a motherfucking reason, but don't let that reason be the reason that your body leaking.
Red rag hanging low, red rag hanging low, red rag.
Still a banger, y'all. Sorry for the kids watching.
Laid down the breath with that 4 pound on my chest. Head tilted to the sky, said I must confess. I've been a bad man. Hitting licks, bodies in the trash can. Sent into my dying days. Crash course, I'm like, fuck it, I'ma ride the wave. Cause I control the title, and I control the thought. If they take a suicidal, I go ham for the cheddar. Nothing less, nothing better. Look into these eyes and all you see's a go-getter. I'm flamed up for a motherfucking reason, but don't let that reason be the reason that your body leaking. I put in work inside these Colorado streets. We can knuckle up, pussy, but I'd rather use the heat. Just cop new J's, I ain't trying to scuff my feet. I could bring it to your family, your auntie, uncle, niece. But with the price on your head, you'll be gone for a fee. But little homie said he got me, he gon' do that shit for free. Cause I'm a north side of flame duck hanging out the window. Red rag, steering wheel blowing on the endo. Fucking it up to the woody instrumental. I be fucking it up to the woody instrumental. I'm a north side of flame duck hanging out the window.
When I got hits, I was like, yeah. Then when I got one, I was like, fuck,
The night they Fuego, me, Mercy, Nutty D, running up on all these little sucker hoes with they sucker flows. I'ma just let it be. Wasn't next to me, riding in my seat, bumping Woody Wood, drinking Hennessy with Nutty Knocks, pass the heat, leave a tramp dead by the feet, by my feet. Late nights mobbing, seen the scrap walking. They don't do no talking when my nutty start plowing. Hate to have to be that way, I am what I am. Love all my brothers that hold it down for the land. Free, never scared. When he's home, it's back to the plan. And we getting bands, making moves for our camps. The only thing that changes, these suckers out of hating. Wishing on my downfall, man, cause we see him snaking. We elevating. North side rider for my bros on their way home from vacation.
I'm a north side of flamed up, hanging out the window. Red rags, steering wheels blowing on the endo. Fucking it up to to the woody instrumental. I be fucking it up to the woody instrumental. I'm a north side of flame duck hanging out the window. Red rags everywhere,
like that. Where's your ass go? You fell asleep in a second.
That's dope. That's your body leaking.
Red rag hanging low. Right here though. Running out for that nutty block where y'all was playing Nintendo. Homeboys out the window.
Looking for your kinfolk. Where you stay, man, where you be? Look, all that shit you was talking. Now I'm coming up and I'm looking for you. Boy, you know that I'm hawking. I'm coming in, I'm crooked. Night goggles up in this beach and I'm looking for any dirty.
He's hungry for hollow tips. The staters getting dipped. Come to Colorado trip. You thinking that it's a game? Boy, you gonna get dismissed.
I promise that this shit's real. Denver homies, keep it still. Keep it concealed. In case these motherfuckers trying to steal. Well, I keep this shit solid. I promise that I'll pay homage.
All of my big homies that I was thinking keep it solid.
I keep it rocking. It ends up in the sky. Never be one to drive by. Instead, I'm hopping out of that ride. You know I beat that. Let it hit you up like where you from. You got a problem.
What it does, nuts.
North side of flame duck hanging out the window. Red rags everywhere blowing on the endo.
Let's go.
Fucking it up.
Woody instrumental.
Woody instrumental. I'm a north side of flame duck hanging out the window. Red rags everywhere blowing on the endo. Fucking it up to the woody instrumental.
My bad about that, y'all. Got a little cutout, and that was a dope track. You know what I'm saying? That was Red
Right on, yeah.
by Evolve.
Hell yeah, much
Nutty
love.
Knocks, Ryhno Buddz, and Bobby Tek, man. We got him in the building.
Yeah.
It's your boy DenverzDojamain, man, and I'm rocking with Sic Macky.
What's up?
All right, we in there, y'all. Had a little glitch in the matrix, but we still coping, man. How y'all doing, fellas?
We good.
Man,
we good,
man.
We active.
We good, man. Y'all interacting with the fans?
Oh yeah.
Man, we need to get the fans involved, man. Real talk, I really want to get some fan questions answered. I'm gonna actually make an attempt to reach the fans right now here on the live feed, and we're gonna see if we can get some fans to ask you guys a couple of questions before you bail out, because you know what I'm saying. They want to know, y'all. They watching and they want to know. The feed's been pretty consistent this evening, man. Y'all, we want to thank all the fans for tuning in as well. You know what I'm saying? We would be nothing without y'all. And so, Evolve, man. So
we got some of my metal homies watching.
What we got to do to get the local scene hot, man? What we got to do to get a Denver hit coming out of the North Denver? You know what I'm saying? What we got to do?
Keep them coming, man. Just keep the work coming. You know what I mean? Eventually, something's gonna pop.
Yeah, just got to network and just invest in yourself. Ain't no one else gonna do it but you. Ain't no one out there trying to be your biggest fan. You are your biggest fan. There should be. If you don't see yourself successful, then what the...
So what are some of the things that you're thinking that you might have to incorporate? And this question is for all you guys, but I want you to answer it first, Evolve. What are some of the things you feel like you need to incorporate into your wave, so to speak, to get more viewers and listeners? What would you ask of the viewers and listeners to make your success more possible?
Just to follow everything that I got out there, you know, just Denver Evolve aka Merce on the Facebook, you know, consistent with just putting stuff out. Come show up to the shows, come network, you know, don't be scared to hit the inbox and just say, hey, you know, collab on a beat, you know, I might throw a free one out there for them.
What about you, Tek, man? What you need the fans to do to get more engaged in your music right now, man? While you on live, let the fans know what to do.
Just sticking there with me. I got, you know what I mean? I've had a lot, you know what I mean? I get a lot of love, you know, let me know what you like. You know what I mean? Keep hitting them views.
We need more music.
You know? Right, I know. Man, trying to keep it consistent, but you know what I mean. Life is life. You know what I mean. I went back to school. You know what I mean. Trying to better myself. You know
what you going to school for?
Man, doing writing, almost to my associates.
That's dope.
You know, so I had to take a little step back. You know what I mean? Let my brothers, you know, do their thing. They've been keeping it moving tough. So.
Well, you are a writer. I mean, you 4 albums in.
Right. So, but I do this new album about to drop in this month. You know, this month, early next month. It's gonna be real nice. It's gonna be well worth the wait.
Well, we can't wait, bro. So Nutty, man, what you got to do, man? What you want to tell the fans? What they need? What you need from the fans, and what can you promise the fans while you live?
I mean, I just need that consistent support that I've been having. You know what I mean? I love my fans. I love my fan base, my family. Like, I mean, they just done supported me and pushed me to keep going. You know, and keep demanding that I keep putting out hot shit, keep collabing, keep dropping that shit. So, I mean, if that just keeps happening, I'm gonna continue to keep killing it too. You know what I mean? And I just keep like. Every day I wake up with somebody new hitting me up, telling me they're listening to my music, and that shit's tight to me. You know, like I think it's real cool that I got out-of-staters and people, you know, like recognizing my sound. You know what I mean, and actually wanting to pay me for my craft. Finally, you know what I mean. I put in the work for that. Like now it's starting to pay off. So I like that. You know what I mean. So I just want to continue to stay pushing out hot music, never lack on my bars. You know, continue to just keep like. Giving my all, you know what I mean? I'm never going to give someone a half-ass verse. If you come at me, I'm going to give it my hardest, you know? I'm going to go hard on that. And in my own, you know, career, I'm just going to keep pushing, and I hope my fans stay with me along the way. You know, I got to stay consistent.
We need more music from you, bro. All right, Buds. What about you, man? What can the fans expect, and what can you promise the fans?
Well, you know, I think my biggest thing is putting out as many projects as I can between now and next year, now and the year after. You know what I mean? Like Bobby has set an example for all of us as far as dropping projects and getting the work out there. So, you know what I mean? You can't ask people to tune in if they ain't got nothing to tune in to. So, you know, I want to push as much product as possible. I have a album coming out with Knocks right now called Crooked Ways, will be out next month. And then
collab album.
I have an album out on iTunes right now, which is my first album that I ever put out. You know, so a lot of it's my first songs. You know what I mean? So you can check that out on iTunes, Spotify right now. With it's called Out of Time. So Ryhno Buddz, Out of Time. That's my first album.
Yeah, see, you use that theme from that movie with Denzel, man.
Exactly.
That's a dope movie.
Yeah, and I love that movie too. You know, so.
So why that? Why that? What does it mean, Out of Time for you?
You know, at a time in my life, I felt like if I didn't hurry up and get a lot of stuff out, I felt like I might run out of time. And anyone from the streets can relate to that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you never know, you know, anything. Tomorrow you might not be here. So my whole thing Out of Time was, you know, get my first project out. You know what I mean? Get something out for the world. You know, and if something happens, you know, they can judge me off that one project. You know, but now I'm in the mind state of more and more and more, you know. So at the stage I was at then, I didn't really see much of a future. But I always grew from that, and now I have a project coming with him called Crooked Ways, which got Mozzie, Little White, T Nutty from Sacramento, Looney Coleon, Bobby Tek, just a lot of big names.
So it sounds like you made some pretty nice investments, because I know them.
Little White.
No way. Yeah, Little White. Yeah, no, the investing part is serious, you know, so some people might say that, but we really mean that, you know what I mean? So it's like, there ain't nothing that has happened for us that was free or cheap, you know what I mean? So anything we've accomplished, it was expensive, you know, so, you know, that's just part of it. That's part of the game, you know.
Let the fans know, because I don't think they understand, man. Just earlier today, I seen a guy kind of bragging on Facebook that he's getting paid for music, but they don't never talk about the dues they got to pay. So kind of give it.
I pay more than I've ever been paid, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm very thankful that I've been paid to make music too.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm thankful to make $100 if somebody got it for me. If they like my stuff enough, I'm thankful for that. But at the same time, I've spent way more in my own career than most. So
it's a part of the game, right?
Yeah.
It's called paying dues.
It is, you know, and then I just want more projects to come out, good ones, you know what I mean? But the more and more work you put out, the better you become as an artist, you know. So I got another EP coming right after this album with me and him. So I already got, you know, boom, 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 boom.
Tunnel vision.
I want to be in 10 albums by like 2 years from now, maybe, you know what I mean?
And I also want to shout out Rage.
Yeah,
Rage Aware.
Rage.
Bro, because I kind of promised him he could be on the show. As you see, the seating arrangements kind of made it a little tight. But we ain't forgot about you, Rage. You got some dope video footage out there.
And Rage is part of Crooked Nation, and he has his own business called Heads Up Entertainment. But he's also a part of Crooked Nation, and he helps us with a lot of stuff in closed doors. You know what I mean? So he's a big asset to our team, for sure.
I'm dropping a shout out to Rage right now. You know, I'm just dibbling and dabbling in the comments and stuff, you guys. You know, just keeping everybody on their toes, man. This thing is already up to almost 40 likes, man. 15 shares.
Hell yeah.
This is probably the fastest reaction fastest reaction we've got so far.
Hell
so
yeah.
we definitely, you know, the last week's show was already over 1,000 views.
Okay.
So
you got some heavy hitters.
This one's already on
This
pace.
is the north side of Denver right here.
Some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Brought the whole north side. Shout out north side Denver. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got love for every side, man. I hope I'm welcome over there, guys.
Oh yeah.
And you can show me and Sic a good time when we come through. You know what we about. I want to get you guys in some street interviews in. I know you guys I don't know if you've been following, but online I've been kind of getting out there doing some street interviews. So I definitely want to get you guys sweating coming off the stage.
Well, we have a show, we have a few shows this month. We would love for y'all to come through.
April or May?
We have some, we have one this Saturday, April 21st, yeah.
What was the next one?
And then the next one's April 25th, but in May we have a couple as well.
We got 2 shows that night, April 25th. We're going to be performing one show downtown at the Lincoln Station, and then right after that we're going to be going to the second location.
Yeah.
How important is it to keep these shows going?
It was super important, man, because it helps us stay relevant, but also keeps us building experience. There's so many times I'm looking over and I'm performing. Next thing you know, we're all vibing at the right moment. We're like, dang, did I really just do that? And a lot of it is we didn't really plan things. We just kind of started doing it after knowing how each other performs and things like that. So, you know, me and him be doing I'll stop rapping, hold the mic to him, whatever, you know, and then little things like that for a performance, though.
So what brought you guys together, Nutty Knocks? How'd you find Ryhno? How'd you find
Bobby Tek?
This guy right here.
Bobby Tek.
Evolve, we just met through the streets, you know what I mean?
The Don Cellini.
He is, man, he really is.
Look at him over there, y'all. Just look at Tony Soprano.
Yeah, real shit. I mean, I was a bouncer and I was a club promoter. I was doing a lot of Latin events, and I met Bobby Tek, and we hit it off right away, you know, and right away I became a part of Hardhead as a promoter. You know, before I started making music or even had aspirations for it, you know, and all these guys was doing their thing. So I met these guys as established rappers, you know what I mean? And they taught me the game, you know, and ever since I ran with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Big Bro's the one who opened up the door for me, you know what I mean? So just kept telling me, come on, bro, get in the studio. And I just never did for 2 years, you know, went by.
When's the first time you got in the studio?
Oh, I lived in Vegas when I got my first track in with Bobby Tek. It was through one of my homie studios out there through email, and I jumped on his album for him for a first track, and it just took off from there. You know what I mean? The song was dope, slapped, and the city fell in love with it. And it was North of Denver is the name of the track. You know what I mean? And it went big. You know what I mean? And
so
a lot of people
Tek,
were listening at the time.
It seems like you being revered kind of on a Gucci Mane status. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Gucci Mane, who's kind of birthed a lot of underlings and guys that came out of dues that he paid. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of, I get the feeling you kind of got that. And I've been asking that question every week, like, who out here can we revere as that person, and who out here is making that kind of impact? And it sounds like
Bobby built a foundation for all of us, you know what I mean? So when we got the opportunity, you know, the ball was in our court, we made sure we was running fast break, you know what I mean? Boom, you know, scoring in transition. So, you know, when, you know, he taught us that, we utilized it, and, you know, now we all got slaps together, we got projects, you know, he's got projects coming, and yeah, you know, I couldn't say that I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for getting to meet these guys, you know what I mean?
I love that I was able to bring you guys in on this Accord, because it just kind of felt like I knocked on 4 different corners of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? I said, hey, Evolve, you there? Ryhno, you there?
Yeah.
Nutty, you there? Bobby, you there? You know, and then you guys all show up. They got so much involvement with each other as it is. Got a slapper that each of you features. I mean, you can't. We ain't making this shit up, people. This is Head-Klap Radio.
We got each other on a lot of our music, for sure. We all collabing together.
And then, like we were talking about earlier, brands, you know, that's a brand. That's a brand right there. We're a brand. We're all one, you know, but we're...
My question is, why not...
Building.
Why not just one Crooked Nation? Why so many different entities?
Because it's about building brands. We're trying to... There's not going to be just one.
Crooked Nation,
you know what I mean?
One.
Our success is not going to determine their success. Their success is going to uplift ours and vice versa.
Come on, man.
You know?
I just feel like, and I'm challenging you guys with this, I just feel like, why not just rock under one solid umbrella? I mean, the world's only going to hear, you know what I mean, one sound, right? They're going to hear Denver rappers.
I wish it was that easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
But why not, though? Why not? Not saying...
Because we all have different visions for ourselves and our individuality. So, you know, what I want may not be what everybody else wants. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be like a certain type of music, you know, and there's certain people that I've known in life, not these guys necessarily, but it just, I can't change their path that they're going. I want to have them a part of the team or this and that, but if they already have better than what I can offer them, why would I, you know?
Right. No, I hear you out. And I don't mean to cut you off.
Right.
But surely, you know, Maybach Music Group, right? They got Dream Chasers, right? They got, I forget what Wale got his own little situation too.
Well, Crooked Nation has our own entrepreneurs and label. Yeah. We have a total of 10 artists already under us, you know, who are rocking, and we're doing our thing and we're pushing. We just created our own genre and our own brand as well with our brother Hard Headed Records.
These guys are their own bosses.
Well, our brother Hard Headed Records, you know what I mean, from Bobby Tek, you know what I mean, him, Little Heat, Killer the Hunt. There's a bunch of artists. I started off with Hard Headed Records.
I know,
and I was a promoter.
And I kind of asked this question because back in the day, we had a lot of different entities, but we was all rocking that stage together. And even back then, it was like, I don't know why are we all called different. We had Buku Records, remember?
Busta
B. We had, you know, Hardhead. We had a couple of them, but we was all rocking on the same tracks. We was all rocking together, and I just felt like back then, even like, man, we need to just bring this down to one.
But if that was the case,
that's just not the way that it works, though.
The homeboy's name with the dreads was his name Double Up.
Double Up.
Yeah.
Double Up. That's who it was.
Yeah.
I just
bringing it back.
Because I got a track with him.
I got history with Bobby Tek, man. I used to walk out in the studio looking at him.
Double Up.
That's just not the way that it works, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know that it's just we don't want to stop anybody's shine. We're always a part of the team. So
and
we
you always
got to
keep pushing. You know? That's just what it is. We created Crooked Nation because we needed to, you know what I mean? Our brand needed to grow and we needed to push, and I continued to push, you know, and do shows and keep rocking, and I needed my entourage with me and my brothers, my crew with me, you know what I mean? And at the same time, my friends and my family were supporting me. They were also wanting to become part of the movement, so therefore they became artists. One, you know, Ryhno was one of them. He became an artist. Another, you know, Crooked Chucky, he became an artist. Sleepy Hollow, he became an artist. Tonio, he became an artist. These are all our brothers we grew up with, but we seen talent in them and we put them in that platform, you know? So we're paying for their studio time. We're taking care of what they need ahead of time so that we can try to get them some sort of foundation, get their feet wet. They're getting their feet wet. If they run with it, that's on them. You know what I mean?
One thing positive I can say about Crooked Nation, though, when they have a show or any type of they function, and it's a positive function, you know, like it ain't beefing. You'll be in a room with about 150 Northsiders, you know, and ain't nobody beefing with it. Everybody's showing love and they're trying to function. It ain't just for Northsiders and shit, you know. Have Eastsiders.
We're pushing that unity tough.
It's
all love.
Like DJ Khaled was saying with that thing, he kind of doesn't even pay no mind to the other stuff because he's in such a positive direction. Yeah. You know, and these people are in a positive direction as well. You know, and we are.
Most people be scared to go to the show.
I hate to end the conversation, y'all. It's been a great night. We up, y'all. We out of time.
I love Head-Klap.
Hey, it was good, man.
Hey, we didn't get a chance to play my song, but check me out, Nutty Knocks, baby.